Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thompson-Reynolds Stadium, Buddy Anderson Field, alongside Carter McGinnis and Bowman Bishop. I'm Mims Jones. Tonight, Gadsden City travels to take on the Vestavia Hills Rebels. It's homecoming week, the homecoming game tonight. Homecoming festivities been going on all week. Tomorrow night, they'll conclude with the homecoming dance. A fun week for the Vestavia Rebels. This is their last home game for these seniors, the last time they're going to strap it up on Buddy Anderson Field. So look for an emotional game from Vestavia.
Yeah, that's right. Good to see you guys tonight, and we got a chance to win this one. These two teams pretty evenly matched. Gadsden City's got a little bit better record, but that's a little bit indicative of their non-conference schedules. So see what we get. Here come the Rebels.
The Rebels running out. You mentioned it. Gadsden City coming into this game, a 5-4 record. Vestavia just the 2-7 record. That is
2-6.
2-6. Excuse me.
2-6. Yeah.
Can't do my math quite right.
It's Friday night. There's no math on Friday nights.
Those two wins coming, of course, against with 50-0 win over Tuscaloosa County, and last week the win over Spain Park. Vestavia looking to make it two straight tonight. A win over Gadsden City. They're still out of playoff hopes even with a win tonight, but got to imagine that feels a lot sweeter for these seniors. Last time playing on Buddy Anderson Field, getting to go out with a win.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was saying, as the team was coming out there, if you look at their schedule, 3 of their 5 wins were non-conference wins. So their 2 region wins are the same as ours. They beat Tuscaloosa County and they beat Spain Park. They beat Spain Park when they had their starting quarterback before he was injured. But they had a lot closer game against Tuscaloosa County than we did. But a lot of the rest of their games looked a lot like ours. They struggled against Hoover and struggled against Thompson, and then played a pretty close game against Hewitt-Trussville last week, just like we did a couple of weeks ago. So from the looks of how teams have done in region play, it looks like a pretty even matchup. So hopefully the Rebels can play a clean game tonight and come out on top here at home.
Yeah, interesting fact, these two teams are the only 2 teams all year to score a touchdown on Thompson. Both did so one time against the nationally ranked powerhouse. As we get going,
good nugget
for kick off here. I believe it's Audie Stein booting it away for the Rebels. A pretty good kick. Going to be fielded at the 15 by Gadsden City. He takes it out across the 20 to 25, 30. Breaks a tackle to the 40, and that's where he'll be taken down. And that's where Gadsden City's offense will get things going.
Yeah, a little shorter kick than he normally does. I think that thing came down by the 15. He usually gets it to the 10 or inside, so that already gave him a head start. So they got some good field position. Defense needs to rise up early here in the game and see if we can get some momentum.
We'll see Gadsden City. They're going to spread it out early. 5 wide set, quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looks to change things up, looking to the sideline, get the play call in. And they're still going to remain in the 5
wide. Clock is ticking. They're under 5. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1,
snap in a hurry.
0. He got close.
The flag comes in late, and the screen pass going to be no gain regardless, so we'll have to see.
It was a legal shift, which often happens when you're trying to get that play off right before the you don't get everybody set, and a lot of times if you don't get the delay when you're under the gun like that, you end up, somebody just ends up moving and not getting set before the ball snaps. So good news there for the Rebels. So we got them backed up behind the chains a little bit. Let's see if we can take advantage of it.
Something to take note of here. Gadsden City quarterback tonight, Luke Waldrop, a sophomore. So not the most experienced guy in the backfield. Look for that to play a part in this game early.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row we've played sophomore quarterbacks. So, but sometimes that happens late in the season. Guys get dinged up. And that's why depth is so important.
Waldrop's going to be in the backfield, or in the shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's going to hand it off right side up the middle. He gets across the 40 to the 45, 50. There he goes. He's got a man to beat. And he'll beat him to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gadsden City. It was number 2, C.J. Miller, the senior running back. He took it 65 yards. And Gadsden City strikes first.
He was really just able to get over there to the left and run that all the way towards the end of the field. Great play there.
Yeah, and we had him in the backfield. We made penetration on the play. He sidestepped the tackle, and there was nobody else. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. But got to make those tackles when you get in the backfield.
C.J. Miller, the 5'10", 240-pound Mercer commit running back. So they make the extra point. Talented back he is. Gadsden City leads it 7-0, 11:08 remaining in the first quarter.
Crazy.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Gadsden City getting on the board quick and getting on the board early. They're up 7-0 right now if you're just joining us. Vestavia, their offense going to have to answer after scoring two plays.
No need to panic. A lot of football to play, and our offense is fully capable of putting lots of points on the board. So sometimes you just have a play like that. You see what you can do. Short kickoff.
Short kick fielded by Keon Richardson at the 15. He's going to take it across 25-30. Makes a man miss. Finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Good field position upcoming for Vestavia.
Richardson, he's just a sophomore, but he's put up some great plays this year for the Rebels.
He is coming in a young sophomore, first year starting on varsity, but he's done so all year long.
Yeah.
And made some good plays.
It's taken him the last few games. He's really started, you can tell, get comfortable in the offense, comfortable running routes, and has become very reliable late in the season here. By the time you're at the end of the season, you're not a sophomore anymore. You played so many games, so he's been coming on.
Mitchell Town's going to lead the troops out there to get things going. Mitchell had a great game running the football last year, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had a touchdown through the air. He's going to run it right side for the opening play, and he's going to pick up 4 or 5 up to the 39.
Yeah. Something to look at, be looking at. They're giving Keon and Cole a lot of cushion. Keon is in the slot. His defender was probably 8 to 10 yards off of him. So just see if we take advantage of that later in the game.
I mean, you're talking about 2 very quick receivers, Keon Richardson and Cole Turner. Cole Turner, of course, picking up 3 offers this past week, including a D1 offer from Buffalo. So big things coming for Cole Turner. Towns is going to have to scramble out of the pocket. He goes forward to the 46-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down, moving the chains forward.
We'll take it.
Mitchell Towns showing off the legs early. He's an athletic guy, not necessarily a dual threat, but very capable of breaking one off.
Mims, what I love about that, he made up his mind. It wasn't there, whatever he was looking for. I think he was looking for Cole across the middle. He made up his mind, tucked it, got full speed quickly. Sometimes quarterbacks don't do that and can't play around with it.
He's going to hand it off there. Tucker Smith plows forward for 8 yards on that carry.
We'll take 8 yards on first down every time.
Every single time, that is. Tucker's player down for Vestavia right now.
Just under 10 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome you back after that injury. That was number 58, the center, Hill Stokes for Vestavia, but able to walk off on his own power.
That's good news.
Hopefully he's all right and can get back going in. And you talk about Hill Stokes, a 3-year varsity starter at the center position for Vestavia. So we hope that he's all right down there.
Yeah, so just be on the lookout here. One of the things, centers, always one of the smartest players on the team. They have to make a lot of calls. They are the quarterback of the offensive line. So
Town's going to hand it off to Tucker Smith. He's going to fight forward for 3 yards and a first down.
Think you got it.
Making something out of nothing there.
Yeah.
Met early, but able to plow forward.
Yeah, no matter what happens on this drive, I mean, here's what Vestavia's got to just already see here. We can move the ball on them. So no need to panic. They got a quick touchdown. They're not going to do that every play. Vestavia can move the ball here. This drive, no matter what happens, should give us some confidence.
Town's going to be in the shotgun. Tucker Smith to his left. Takes the snap, and he's dropping back, looking to throw, having to step up. Pocket collapses, and Mitchell Towns is going to be sacked for a loss of at least 4 or 5. And he never had protection on that play.
No, and we ran a really tight formation with Max and Colin, almost like a wing back. They're very close, and they basically ran crossing routes deep, just like you'd almost do in the backyard, right? And Max was open, but you can't get it there if you don't have time.
Absolutely.
Towns going to set up in the shotgun. We're going to see him there for most of this evening. A little interesting, haven't seen it in 40-some-odd years for Vestavia, but now you're going to see it just about every down. He's going to throw across the middle, incomplete. Looked like.
Yeah, that's going to be illegal touching.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a screen pass. I don't know if whoever didn't get in position. The ball hit an offensive lineman, and they're ineligible, and they cannot touch it unless a defender touches it first.
That offensive lineman was number 67, Nelson Griner, trying to block to set up for, like you said, that screen pass there.
Yeah.
And just unfortunately got in the way. A costly, don't want to see that penalty for Vestavia.
Yeah, imagine that Gadsden will decline this. They're calling the ineligible man downfield. It doesn't, because the pass was designed to go behind the line of scrimmage, so the lineman can go downfield to block, but then the pass went beyond the line of scrimmage. There were multiple penalties you could have called on that play. So
just take your pick and throw the flag.
Yeah.
Be third and about 15 upcoming for Vestavia. Towns going to be in the shotgun. Smith to his left. Trips to the bottom of your screen, and one receiver to the top.
And if we can get even 10 to 12 yards, we'll go for it.
He's going to hand it off up the middle. Tucker Smith that gets forward for about 2 and nothing else. 4th and 13 upcoming.
Yeah. Sometimes on 3rd and long, you sneak in a draw, and they never see it coming, and probably Coach Calhoun thinking that we might sneak that on them. We might get 10 yards, get it to 4th and manageable, and be able to go for it.
Not able to do it there.
No, they snuffed it out.
Towns going to drop a few steps further back, looking to punt this ball away. For Gadsden City, it's going to be Kamari Smith deep. He's going to have his feet around the 10-yard line, looking to field this punt. Charlie Ingram the snap, Mitchell Towns the punt, and it is a booming punt.
Great punt.
Fair caught, but he didn't catch it. Finally recovered by Gadsden City at the 5. Never quite got up enough to catch that ball. It was in front of him, hit the front of his hands, bounced right to his teammate. His teammate was able to fall on it. But
it's a funny-shaped ball, man. It bounces funny ways. But, hey, Mitchell, perfect punt. They got it down, in between the 5 and 6 yard line. So we got them deep and backed up. Let's see if our defense can get a stop and get good field position back for our offense.
Good field position here for the Rebels so they can make a stop. Just 7 minutes to go left in this first quarter.
See what adjustments the defense made after a short offensive drive by Gadsden City. And they're going to hand it off again. C.J. Miller, right side, and he's not going to get anything on it. The Rebels were ready for that one.
He is a hoss. You got to get a lot of red hats to the ball to tackle him.
I mean, 240 pounds running at you is
Yeah.
That's tough to take down.
And, I mean, we saw his speed. He's not a lumbering back. He's got some speed. So the key with a back like that is you got to get to him at the line of scrimmage before he gets up ahead of steam. So great job there swarming to the ball.
Waldrop going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers out on either side, 1 on either side. Miller going to be to his right. They're pinned up almost to the goal line in the shotgun. And Waldrop going to look to pass. He looks left side, overthrows him, incomplete, but a bonehead hit by John Ross Ashley, and that'll be 2 flags flying in.
Yeah, that'll be not a good thing for the Rebels there. Just not
Yeah.
a good hit.
And I thought we had a chance of the interception. It was way overthrown. And really just an unfortunate play there. Those are the kind of plays, like I said, these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. We got to play smart, and let's hope this kid is okay after that hit.
Absolutely. Just a really hard hit there.
John Ross Ashley looking to try to get an explanation from the ref. And, I mean, I thought it was pretty well overthrown, not even close to his hands. I don't know, maybe he thought the receiver tipped it before he came in and hit him, but the flag was thrown and the flag will stand.
Yeah, they're going to, those are the kind of plays they're trying to get out of football, trying to get defenseless players like that, shots above the shoulders taken off. So he looks like he's okay.
Thankfully.
He's walking off the field.
We see him walking off under his own power, which is always good to see. Obviously, we hope he's okay.
That is not going to do anything good for the Rebels here.
Yeah, and, sometimes penalties, it depends on when and what the penalty is. But that penalty, we were about to have them in 3rd and 10 from their own 5-yard line. So now they're 1st and 10 from the 21. So critical time, but still backed up deep. Sometimes defense, you got to bow your neck, play the next play. Don't worry about the last play. You can't change the past, but you can affect the future.
The Gadsden City originally set up in the 5 wide. They're going to motion in. Miller's going to join Waldrop in the backfield. They're going to send 2 guys up on the line.
Yeah, too tight look.
Waldrop looking to throw, and another off-the-mark throw. Misses receivers well left.
Yeah, you're seeing a sophomore quarterback, and sometimes the communication isn't there. We don't know if that's a wrong route by a receiver, misread by a quarterback. And that's why getting them into 3rd and longs is a place they don't want to be, a place that we want to try to get them with a young quarterback learning to play.
2nd and 10 now from the 21. See what Gadsden City has drawn up here. Waldrop going to hand it off left side. It's Miller. Tries to spin, but he gets caught by a bunch of Rebels.
Yeah.
And he gets taken down, no gain.
Really good defensive play there by the Rebels, just able to kind of take them down and not let them gain too much yardage there, which is what they need if they want to, have a shot at winning this tonight.
It seems Vestavia on this drive doing a much better job meeting him early, meeting Miller at the line of scrimmage. And that one touchdown just didn't get met there and got a head of steam going on him and couldn't catch up.
That's right. And pursuit to the ball going to be so important tonight. He's bigger than every one of our linebackers and DBs, so he's bigger than some of our defensive linemen. So getting as many red hats to the ball. 3rd and long here, not where they want to be and where we want to be.
Waldrop rolling to his right, looks to throw, and off the mark again, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 10.
Yeah. Flag on the play. I think they're going to have a legal man downfield. Looked like number 60 was about 5 yards downfield when that ball got thrown. We'll decline that and take the punt. Yep, that's what it is.
The Rebels can get some good field position here. With just 5.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. They should be able to possibly get a good drive and maybe get a score off here.
Yeah. Great job by the defense there. And, great job. We made a bonehead play. We made a penalty we shouldn't have. You can't let the moment and the emotions get the best of you. John Ross got his head back in the game, and we made a stop there. Play the next play, and here we are with a punt.
Gadsden City in punt formation. Cole Turner is going to be at about the 45 looking to return this. He's always a threat to take one back, but going to fair catch this one. Got hit by a defender, and there the flag comes in late.
Yeah. He called fair catch, and the guy didn't even let him come up to where the ball was, so he couldn't even make
really
it.
Quick on him.
Think that defender didn't realize how short his punter punted that one.
Yeah.
Overran it just a bit, got in Cole Turner's way, and that'll be a penalty. We'll have to wait to see where they spot it.
It's not an easy thing to do. You're running, and your back is to the ball, and there's so often that you just don't you don't know where it's at.
See, I believe Hill Stokes back in the huddle for Vestavia. We'll have to see.
Good news for the Rebels.
Maybe he can get back into the game.
You know, and here's what's critical about that penalty right there. That's a 15-yard penalty. Even if you barely touch them, you know, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's like pass interference. So that's like a 15-yard return by Cole. So gives the Rebels a great chance to even send this thing up this evening.
Vestavia up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
Now in great field position for Mitchell Towns in the Rebel offense.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the shotgun. Smith to his left.
All three receivers down here in a trips formation.
Screen pass to Cole Turner. Cole Turner across the 35. Cole Turner to the 30, and he gets wrapped up at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and we got them in a really bad defensive alignment there. We were in trips left, and they only really had two defenders up at the line. That allowed Max and Keon to put the blocks on, and there was no defender left until a deep safety 10 yards down the field to get Cole. So good alignment, good play call by Coach Calhoun.
See where he goes now. Towns getting some success throwing the ball early, and Towns looking to throw again. Having to roll to his left and gets taken down in the backfield, a loss of 5.
Yeah, we're having a hard time blocking them right now. The two times that we've really done a 5-step drop for a deeper pass, we've gotten sacked. So we're going to have to step up on the offensive line, or, you know, Coach Calhoun will adjust and we'll see some quick throws like we saw before.
I believe that sack was number 91, Samuel Horton. Samuel is committed to Austin P to play football next year. The talented defensive lineman he is. Tucker Smith are going to take it forward about 3 yards up to the 27.
Yeah. Almost got
28.
it all back.
It'll be 3rd and 12 upcoming for Vestavia.
Vestavia can get some good yard gain here and go for it on the 4th, but they're going to need a good play to get up those 12 yards.
We'll go with 4 wide receiver look. Smith back with Towns in the backfield.
Got one-on-one down here with Cole.
You got one-on-one down here with Cole and one-on-one up top with Max Stewart. Those are receivers 1 and 2, especially Towns' favorites. Look for him to go to 1, and he's going to throw a jump ball to Cole Turner. Well off the mark. Like 15 yards from him, and that's intercepted by Gadsden City.
He might have got hit as he was throwing that football.
It looked like it a little bit there where he got hit. With 3 minutes left to go, Gadsden City could try to make a good drive here and kick the ball, go for a touchdown. Depends on what they want to do, how far they can get up the field with this Rebel defense.
Gadsden City getting the ball right back. They're going to be at the 17-yard line. Waldrop looking right side. It's a screen pass to Miller. Miller going to make a man miss. Miller up to the 20, where he's finally met by 3 or 4 Rebels led by Trey Saunders and taken down.
And we read that thing perfectly. Just couldn't bring him down right there. Almost tipped it, almost intercepted it. We saw it was coming. That tells you we know what we were knowing what to expect. We watched the film. So that might be the last time they try that.
Waldrop again. Seems like almost every play going to bark out a cadence and look to the sideline to change things up. It's something you see a lot more in this day and age of football, trying to get the defense to jump off sides and then changing things up at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to throw left side screen pass. That receiver gets out across the 30 to the 35 before being shoved out of bounds.
What almost happened there, same thing that happened earlier for the Rebels, is he was able to get out towards that side and run down the field, but luckily they were able to push him out of bounds there. But I think without that, he could have had a chance at scoring there if he gets off on him.
So much now is, you know, there's offensive coaches are looking at how is the defense lined up, and then I want to try to run a play that really matches what it looks like they're doing. So the fake gives a little. It's going to tell you, are we sending linebackers? Are we blitzing? Are we sending a corner? Of course, it's cat and mouse, because then the defense changes the call. So it's just a little bit of a chess game.
Gadsden City going to take a timeout here. And with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, Vestavia leads at 7-0. Or excuse me, Gadsden City leads at 7-0.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
From the 35-yard line, Waldrop going to bring a man in motion. He's going to take snap and throw a screen pass to that man in motion. He's going to get up forward, breaks a tackle up to the 40, tries to sneak out of one, but not quite able to get through that tackle, and he's taken down at the 43-yard line.
Right now they're hurting us with these perimeter throws, and those, when you have a young quarterback, those are easy completions that they're trying to get this kid. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with kind of these perimeter throws where he's just kind of standing up and hitting the slot and letting these guys be athletes.
Yeah, you said it, sophomore quarterback. Don't know how many starts he's got on the year, but trying to get his confidence up early, getting him some easy completions, like you said, get that confidence to build up can really pay off in the long run. He's going to hand it off here. C.J. Miller left side. He's going to get close to the line to gain, but he should be just a little bit short with that spot. Bring up third and short.
Yeah, third and about 1 yard. Pretty much about a full yard. So big down here. Hard to stop a guy that's 240 pounds for 1 yard, but the key is penetration.
So they bring in.
Looks like Jackson Vesey, a defensive lineman for to be a fullback, so they're going to slam it right at you here.
That's a large fullback if that's what they're trying to do, and they're going to hand the ball to him. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, tries to plow forward, but he's going to get stood up right at the line.
He did not get it, and listen, every team's kind of got their things. Sometimes you just get a little too cute. You get a guy that's not quite used to playing running back, and they're going to come up to the line and act like they're going to go for this. Chances are they're not. The quarter's going to run out, but they're going to see if they can get us to jump off sides.
Got to be disciplined here if you're Vestavia, knowing that just with 15 seconds left, especially this quarterback's going to be in the shotgun right now, not expecting that on a 4th and 1.
Good stop here for the Rebels if they can do it.
In 5 seconds. Play clock's not running.
Yeah, it does.
I think quarterback got a little confused there, but
yeah, it's because the game clock was less than the play clock. There was under 40 seconds after the play, so
that clock does hit 000, and that is the end of the first quarter. Gadsden City still leaves it 7-0.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get ready to start the second quarter, 4th and 1. Gadsden City lined up like they were going to go for it, and now a quick change here. The punt team runs on. Don't see that many times where you got your offense running off real quickly and punt team coming on to punt.
Well, that's got, we could have snuck Cole in the game there, but
Grant Downey dropping back, a very capable return man himself, and I say that he drops the football on the fair catch.
I think he got it back.
Ref points in Vestavia's direction, so Vestavia will fortunately keep on to the football. Grant Downey.
Yeah, part of that's a strategy. Like, hey, can we sneak the punt team on? That allows us to not get our punt team on, and they kind of got us. We're very fortunate there. And, hey, we got the ball back. Let's see if we can put a drive together. We haven't had a single drive that's 3 and out. We've gotten a few first downs each time, had an interception, and had some sacks that got us out of position. So let's see if we can get rid of the negative plays and move the football.
Good news for Vestavia. Hill Stokes checks back into the game. He will be back at center, hobbling a little bit. Definitely you can see he's in some pain, but out there giving it a go as Tucker Smith runs left side forward for about 4 yards.
Glad to see him back in the game.
Hill Stokes, I mentioned it earlier, 3-year starter. His senior year, I got to imagine it was going to take a lot to keep him out of this football game.
Absolutely. They're going to have to drag him off the field to give him the play.
I think they're going to have to take his helmet for that to happen.
Yeah. Hey, great run on first down. Gets us in second and medium, and that everything in the playbook is available now when you're in second and medium.
Town's going to send 2 guys in motion. He's got 2 receivers to the left side. High snap, but Mitchell able to get it down, and he's going to have to throw this one away.
Yeah.
Did not have time.
Those high snaps can lead to stuff like that happening.
Well, luckily it was a pass play. If it's a running play and your linemen are downfield, you can't just go out there and throw it away. You get a legal lineman downfield. So that was fortunate, but, these are just the kind of the mistakes that we've seen. I mean, we've gotten a bad penalty. We've thrown an interception. We've gotten a couple sacks. Like I said, these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams, so we got to clean it up a little bit to make a run here.
Vestavia goes 4 wide receivers, 1 tailback now. Townsend shotgun looking to throw. He drops back, now stepping up in the pocket. He gets pressure and rolls to his right. A little shuffle pass forward to Tucker Smitha. Tucker Smitha gets flipped over at the 43-yard line. Good enough for a first down, though. Mitchell Towns.
Is that Patrick Mahomes out there?
I mean, making something out of nothing there.
Come on.
Flipping it forward, a little shuffle pass.
Hey, sometimes it takes a play like that to get everybody to say, okay, let's play football.
You got to throw it away. That's the way to do it.
Towns now quick screen pass Cole Turner. A little bit off, but Cole Turner able to reel it in. He gets forward up to the 51, just shy of the first down. It'll be second and about 1 second and maybe half a yard.
Yeah. Those are some of the things we're going to have to do. We're going to hit those quick passes, slow that pass rush down. We're getting, we're having a hard time on the dropbacks protecting Mitchell. So
impressive there. Like I said, Mitchell just a little bit off the mark on the screen path. And Cole Turner, I mean, that's a bullet of a pass coming in and just stuck a hand out to get it. Tucker Smith are going to go forward for 2 yards, and he will pick up the first down as Vestavia crosses midfield.
Yeah.
With that first down, now it looked like the Rebels got some momentum going from those past 2 plays, and I think they could use this momentum positively and maybe score here on this drive.
Yeah.
John Paul Head coming in for Vestavia. Typically that means
Tebow
some
time.
sort of run play, most likely from John Paul himself.
Yeah.
And we're going to see this formation. Cole Turner going to be at the tailback spot next to John Paul.
That's right. And, man, when that number 22 comes across his face and you fake it in his belly, you got to respect it, because if he hands it to him, he could get gone.
And it is going to be a play action or a read option there. John Paul going to keep it himself. He gets forward about 9 yards right there to the line, just a little bit short.
Yeah, and that's a little glimpse into the future. You're going to see that a lot more next year for Rebel football with if John Paul be a junior next year. And he's got that power running game.
Absolutely, especially at just a sophomore there. He's a valuable asset to the Rebels.
Vestavia 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and a tailback to the right of Towns. He's going to take it and hand it to Tucker Smith, who goes forward. Tucker Smith across the 30, 25, breaks a tackle up to the 15-yard line, where he's finally shoved out of bounds. And Tucker Smith, another great run this evening.
Yeah, we're starting to see that we can run the football on these guys. We're having trouble in the pass blocking, but we are opening up some holes to run the football. So let's see if we can keep that up.
Rebels definitely starting to play some football now.
Yeah,
It's
when you
getting
start
into it.
running the football, that can help your passing because then you can run playoff pass on that, and that slows down those linebackers and those defensive linemen a little bit.
Inside of 9 minutes now. Again, 3 wide receivers set, and Towns looking to throw. He looks right side, and a little
route.
jump ball just out of his hands, incomplete. He was looking there for his tailback, Tucker Smith, on a wheel route.
Yeah.
Just not able to get it down.
They had him covered pretty good. It would have
yeah.
been an outstanding throw and an outstanding catch. And he kind of threw it where only Tucker could catch it, which is sometimes where you have to do that, and just couldn't come down with it.
You know, like you said, as a quarterback, you got to put it where your guy can get it where the other guy can't. Mitchell
Yeah.
Towns doing a good job there. Obviously incomplete, not what you're looking for, but that's a lot better than an interception.
You got Cole and Max over here on the right, twins right, but that leaves Keon all by himself in one-on-one at the top of your screen.
Now Cole going to go in motion that way, but it's going to be a handoff. Tucker Smith up the middle, and he's going to push forward with the help of his offensive line. He gets forward for about 5 yards.
Yeah, that gets you in 3rd and 5, very manageable. They don't know if we're going to run it or throw it there.
Rebels definitely have some options here to make a play and get that touchdown that they really do want here to contest Gadsden City.
Yeah.
Vestavia going to sub some guys on, going a little bit heavier package, the 2 tight ends.
2 tights.
Be Cole and Maxie.
Yeah.
Only receivers, 1 on either side. Tucker Smith to the left of Towns. Now Max going to go in motion, going to join Cole to the left. Towns takes the snap. He's going to hand it Tucker Smith the right side. Kind of trips up at the line of scrimmage, and he may get half a yard on that carry.
Yeah. Boy, decision time here. This is why this is what head coaches have to do. Do you kick the field goal here? Looks like we're going to go for it.
That'll be 4th and I believe 6.
Yeah.
From the 14-yard line. The kicking game hasn't been the strongest unit of the
about
team.
A 30-yarder. That's not quite a chip shot. So
Gadsden City wants to talk about it. They weren't expecting Vestavia to go for it on 4th down, and with 7 minutes and 32 seconds left, Gadsden City still leads at 7-0.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
We welcome you back out of that timeout. It'll be 4th and 6 for Vestavia, 14-yard line. They were showing like they were going to go for it, and the offense will trot out of the huddle, and it looks like they will go for it.
Yeah, we're in 4 wides here, so
Definitely a possibility for a play here.
Trips to the top of your screen. Max Stewart, the lone receiver, to the bottom. Cole's now going to come in motion to the backfield. He's going to go back out to the left. Towns takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Looks to the end zone and well overthrows his receiver.
I think he might have got hit again. He was getting pressure on his left side, and we are having trouble blocking them. And if you can't block, you can't do anything.
Towns has been sacked already a couple times this evening. He was missing Hill Stokes there for a drive. I don't know if that maybe got in his head a little bit. Now he's, because we've seen him get pressured now twice, kind of get hit as he throws, and 2 not good passes, 1 resulting in an interception. So look for Towns to try to get things fixed up for the next drive.
And sometimes it's just you're trying to release it before it gets there, and you're releasing it before you want because you are feeling that pressure.
Gadsden City going to take over at the 14-yard line. Waldrop looks to throw. He's got a man at the 20. He'll go out of bounds at the 21. Good enough for no, not good enough for a first down.
A gain of about 7.
Was looking at the far official, and he was running too far. He was running 31.
Now, if the Rebels can use some defense like they've used earlier this game and hold them back, that would be some great field position. we'll see what they decide to do here with just 7 minutes and some change left to go in this first half.
Waldrop going to be in the shotgun. He's got Miller to his right, bunched in formation, trips close to the line of the scrimmage. One receiver to the left. It's going to be a pitch play. C.J. Miller, he's going to cut back towards the middle of the field, and he gets hit by 5 or 6 Rebels and taken down for a loss of 3.
Yeah, and that pitch was not a good pitch. It was high, almost went over his head. And that got him a little bit out of sorts. When he finally caught the ball, there were 2 blue jerseys in front of him, and then he cut back, and there were 2 more. So great pursuit by the defense. Got a lost yardage play when we needed one. Now it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, with the exception of the first touchdown, Vestavia on defense really looks like they know what's coming. They know the play. They've definitely been in the film room watching the film, and this is a defense that's well prepared for this game.
We're showing blitz. We kind of bring a couple. He's going to throw it away.
Really
Waldrop was pressured out to his left and had to throw it away there. John Ross Ashley sprinted in trying to maybe get a shot at the interception. He won't be able to do so. It'll fall incomplete.
Great job.
Bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense. And listen, we get the ball back to start the second half. So what we got to be thinking here is let's get one on the board. Let's tie this thing up. We get the ball to start the second half, and we can take control of this game. Sometimes you get some of those twofers, and one of the best spots to score for us is them punting the ball to number 22.
Absolutely.
Cole Turner going to have his feet at about the 45-yard line, and the punt is away. It's a high punt there.
It's one he can
the
return.
Longest. Cole going to go forward about 10 yards to the other 45-yard line, and that's where he will take the punt. And that's where Vestavia will take over on offense.
Just kind of died, didn't it?
We've seen some weird punting plays today.
Definitely.
He didn't fair catch it. I think Cole was thinking, I'm going for this. And it just kind of died. But we got it on, the plus 50. So
we've seen 2 muff punts. We've seen fair catch that got a guy getting his way, and now one that just kind of dies there in the air. Punting game not strong this evening, but we'll see what the Rebel offense can do. Mitchell Towns leading the guys out there on the field. He's going to have Tucker Smith to his right. Cole and Max are going to be to the right of the line of scrimmage. Tight end set. Rob Warnock also there in the backfield. And Mitchell Towns going to hand it to Tucker Smith. He plows forward up towards the 40-yard line. That's where he'll be marked down. The gain about 6.
So we haven't seen this personnel much tonight. What coaches would call 21 personnel, which is 2 backs, 1 tight end. 1 back, 2 tight ends would be 12 personnel. That was 21. We've kind of got a fullback in the game, which we don't do a lot, but we've had great success running the ball on them, and if we can tire them out with the running game, that'll slow that pass rush down because those big guys up front just get tired of chasing.
It's Rob Warnock, the extra guy in the backfield there. He's a guy that started his career as a running back here at the high school, kind of shifted more to the tight end role as Tucker Smith is going to plow forward for about 1 or 2 yards there. So
a little bit of an H back, you could almost say is it 12 personnel, is it 21, but it's 2 blockers and we're going to see if we can lean on them a little bit.
Yeah, Rob Warnock, a versatile player for Vestavia. We'll see him in all sorts of formations this evening. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Yeah, we're keeping that same personnel in there. You got your tight end split right, and this kind of this H-back look over to the right.
Mitchell Towns, quarterback draw, going to go forward himself, and Mitchell Towns up to the 30, good enough for a first down.
Call.
And again, showing off the legs, Mitchell Towns is.
Yeah,
he's very versatile.
You had those 2 extra blockers, but we ran in motion. We ran Tucker out of the backfield, and that took a defender with him. It took a linebacker. And then when you run your quarterback, it's just a numbers game. Now you can get a hat on a hat, get everybody blocked. Great job picking up that first down.
For sure.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line now. Vestavia not quite in the red zone, but they're getting there. Trying to put something on the board before halftime. 4.5 minutes remaining. Towns again in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Tucker Smith to the right of Towns, who now looks to throw.
He's
got a man in the end zone. Oh, just let him just a little too much. He was looking for Cole Turner, just out of reach of him.
Really
2
great
flags
throw.
on the play. Have to see what those are.
Yeah, I don't know what this is going to be. It looks ineligible man downfield. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. If they take it or decline it. You make it 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10.
And they will accept it, so it'll be redo first down, 1st and 15.
We'll take that. We'd rather have another crack at it than, right?
That was a really good pass there. Just led him a little bit too much. And
Yeah, just a little out of sorts right now. Just can't quite get those timings on those longer balls. I think one of our receivers was covered up there, and that's why he was ineligible. It wasn't a lineman. It was a bad alignment.
Mitchell Towns going to hand it Tucker Smith, plowing forward. He'll get back to the 30, so it'll be about 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter whether they accepted a penalty or declined
He
now.
got over. It's maybe 2nd and 9.5, a little bit past the marker, but
it's one thing the Rebels have been able to do with Tucker Smith is get those yards back with those rushing plays when they need to, and he's really good at doing it.
Something to take note of, that pass there by Mitchell Towns, obviously overthrowing Cole Turner, but it's a pass that he finally stepped up into one. He really stepped up into the pocket and put something behind it. Was definitely confident in that throw, and that's something we've seen him struggle a little bit.
We haven't seen this much. This is pretty much 5 wides.
Mitchell Towns not ready for the snap, but it hits him in the face mask. He's going to have to fall down on it for a loss of 4.
Yeah, gosh,
we're just going to be a hurt play there for the Rebels. Not going to help them. And just 3.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. They're really going to have to take a crack at doing something here before this play clock runs out. Although they do get the ball back to start the second half. So.
Yeah, and so we're at the 34, 33-yard line with 3rd and 13. So you think here, like, hey, can we get it to the 25 and get this manageable? Get it to 4th and 5, where you can feel good about going for it.
Or even get within field goal range where they can maybe kick something off and see if they can score with the ball again in the first part of the second half and maybe lead them just by 3.
Vestavia wants to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Gadsden City leads it 7-0.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
We welcome you back out of that timeout. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this first half. Vestavia's got the ball, 33-yard line, 3rd and about 13. Towns going to be in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers and Tucker Smith of the tailback to his left. Going to be trips at the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Towns now looking to throw. He's pressured. It's a screen pass. Tucker Smith has got it, but he's tackled immediately. He picks up 1, maybe 1.5.
It's a great play call. We missed a block, and you missed the 1 block on the 1 guy. And then Tucker, if we can make that, he's got a whole lot of green grass in front of him. So we're in a little bit of no man's land. So I think you're going to see us. It's possible we go for it here. You're not going to punt it from the 33. So
no, don't got the leg strength on the field goal for that quite yet. So 4th and 12. Vestavia's going to go for it.
So we bring in a tight end, and we're going to go max protect here. 2 backs.
Towns going to roll to his left. He's still looking downfield, and he's got a man in the end zone. Cole Turner, the jump ball. He got it. Touchdown, Vestavia. Cole Turner goes up and over and mosses the defensive back for the first Rebel touchdown this evening.
Great. You know what?
Really great play.
Great design by Sean Calhoun. He knows we're having trouble blocking. He brings in a tight end and 2 backs and just sends 2 men out on the route on 3rd and 13, sprints Mitchell out to his left-handed quarterback, get him away from that rush and let him make a good throw from a clean situation. Huge touchdown.
Absolutely. Good roll by Towns. He was able to get that out and just get out just enough away from that defensive back to where he could get out and catch that ball and get that touchdown for the Rebels. And the extra point, that's going to be a great play there for the Rebels.
Extra point there is good. You know, Coach Calhoun right there just said, I know I got confidence in my two receivers. I'm going to send it out there. I'm going to tell my quarterback to throw it up and get it. Cole Turner was able to do so.
That's right.
And with 1 minute and 56 seconds, we're all tied here at Buddy Anderson Field.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back after that Rebel touchdown. We're all tied at 7, 1 minute 56 remaining. We're waiting the kickoff. Audie Stein getting everybody set, and here it is. The kick is away. Pretty good kick there by Stein. Going to be fielded about the 12. Can take it out across the 20. Makes a man miss. Jumps over a man and gets tackled there at the 30.
Yeah.
Good return there by Gadsden City.
Hey, just an update on a huge game in the region over at the Hoover Met with about 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Thompson leading Hoover 14-10. So big game of 9-0 teams. Winner of that game wins the region tonight.
Talking about big implications over region play, but also national implications. Both teams ranked pretty highly national. I believe Thompson's still number 3 in the nation. So
yeah.
Thompson,
yeah.
Two very good teams playing tonight.
Going to be interesting to see what the Gadsden coach here does. Does he trust his quarterback with 1:49 to go and see what he can do, or are they going to play it safe and see if they can get some positive yardage before they do that?
Screen pass here left side. He's going to get forward almost to the 40.
Yeah.
Just short of the first down. That clock's going to run. He was taken down inbounds. We're inside of 1:40 now.
Yeah, and sometimes coaches want to see that first play. Can I get some positive yardage? And if I do, then we're going to go.
That's going to be a handoff right side. It's Miller. He gets enough for the first down. Plows forward to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, got to get a lot of red hats on that guy. He bounced off the first one.
Hopefully with the defense the Rebels have been running, they can kind of keep them back here from making anything crazy here. With just 1:19 left to go, they should be able to do it.
Yeah. Gadsden's had to burn 2 timeouts in the half, so that could kind of come back to bite them here. We're coming down to almost a minute left.
Now Waldrop's going to have to roll to his right. He was pressured there by Sykes, and that pass tipped incomplete.
Really nice play.
39, Grant Downey.
Really great play by
Looked
Downey
like he
there.
maybe even got beat on the play, but able to stick his hand up, jump up, and knock that ball incomplete.
What we like to see out here from the Rebels. Interception there would have been nice, but really good play overall. 2nd
and 10 upcoming, 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining. They're still at the 44-yard line. See what Gadsden City tries to do here. There it is, a sophomore quarterback. He's going to hand it off left side. It's Miller, and taken down hard in the backfield.
Man, great play. Lane Wisenhut there, penetration, wrap up, form tackle. And, that's the kind of play that might do it for the half. I mean, they're going to be in 3rd and 11 here, and they're going to take their own sweet time now and just say, like, hey, because they're in a spot here where if they throw an incompletion, the clock stops. They don't want to give it to us with 45 seconds left.
You said it, 3rd and 11. You're going to have to play one more play because play clock's at about 10 right now. Game clock at 28. They time it right.
Yeah, he's
going to be close, but Waldrop now going to hand it Miller again, right side. He's got some room, though, breaks a tackle, and he's good enough for the first down at the 44-yard line. 13 seconds remaining.
I can't believe they didn't take a timeout there.
Yeah.
I think
Gadsden
City says I'm good enough
we're almost
to go
into
into
we're almost
the
a
half.
Hail Mary now. We got to back up.
Waldrop rolling to his left, still looking downfield, and trips and falls. I believe he lost his shoe on that play.
Turf Munster has gotten all of us from time to time.
And the clock does strike 000. So at the end of the first half, Vestavia and Gadsden City are tied It's homecoming night here, Buddy Anderson Field, Thompson-Reynolds Stadium.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
And now we are proud to present the VHHS 2021 Homecoming Court. The freshman court, Jill Gaylord, daughter of Wes and Jenny Gaylord. She's escorted by her father, Wes Gaylord. Jill is a member of the Vestavia Hills High School varsity basketball team and girls FCA. Miss Jill Gaylord. Georgia Hunter, daughter of Tim and Laura Hunter. She is escorted by her father, Tim Hunter. Georgia is a VHHS Rockette, a member of Dawson Student Ministry, and a member of Vestavia Dance Performance Company. Miss Georgia Hunter. Madeline Wigley, daughter of Jody Wigley and Kelly Knight. She's escorted by her father, Jody Wigley. Madeline is involved in freshman SGA and theater and is a freshman Habitat for Humanity leader. Miss Madeline Wigley. The sophomore court, Madison Martin, daughter of Greg and Beth Martin. She is escorted by her father, Greg Martin. She is a member of Rebelettes, Youth Leadership, and Rebel Up Outreach. Miss Madison Martin. Gabby Ramirez, daughter of Ernesto Ramirez and Dreama White. She is escorted by her brother, Gavin Helmi. She's a member of the inaugural girls flag football team and the Habitat for Humanity Club. In her spare time, she enjoys playing guitar. Miss Gabby Ramirez. Emily Watson, daughter of Tom and Kylie Watson. She's escorted by her father, Tom Watson. She is a Vestavia Hills Rebelette, a member of Honor Choir, and a member of Rebel Outreach. Miss Emily Watson. The junior court, Lauren Green, daughter of David and May Green. She is escorted by her father, David Green. She is a member of the Vestavia Hills Swim and Dive Team, Youth Leadership, and a RISE Survivors Committee student member, Miss Lauren Green. Emma Nunnally, daughter of Todd and Mary Nunnally. She is escorted by her father, Todd Nunnally. She is the SGA Director of Spirit, a Vestavia Ambassador, and a member of the VHHS swim team, Miss Emma Nunnally. Lot Wumbagas, daughter of Stephanie Goyton, is escorted by her brother, John Randall Goyton. She is a Vestavia Varsity Rebelette, junior class secretary, and is a member of the National Dance Honor Society. Miss Lottie Wumbagas. The senior court, Laura Ellen Hayes, daughter of Mike and Rachel Hayes. She's escorted by her father, Mike Hayes. She is the SGA Administrative Vice President, a RISE Committee Head, and a member of the Vestavia Hills United Methodist Church Student Leadership Team. Miss Laura Ellen Hayes. Regine Johnson, daughter of Chris and Inquetta McGill. She's escorted by her father, Chris McNeil. She's a member of Rebel Up Outreach Club, involved in Young Life, and participates in community service. Miss Regine Johnson. Morgan Robinson, daughter of Robert and Mandy Robinson. She's escorted by her father, Robert Robinson. She's the captain of the Varsity Rebelettes, Stand Club president, and senior class vice president. Miss Morgan Robinson. Gracie Watson, daughter of Tom and Kylie Watson. She's escorted by her grandfather, Carl Watson. She's a senior class SGA representative, National Honor Society vice president, and a member of the Ronald McDonald Student Leadership Council. Miss Gracie Watson. Crawford West, daughter of Joey and Jennifer West. She's escorted by her father, Joey West. She's the SGA Director of Elections, a RISE Committee Chair, and a member of the Vestavia Hills Cross Country and Track Team. Miss Crawford West. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Vestavia Hills High School Homecoming Court. Here to crown this year's Homecoming Queen is our 2020 Homecoming Queen, Miss Maddie Hagler, escorted by our 2021 Homecoming King, who was crowned at last night's pep rally, Sam Snowden. Also joining them on the field are Vestavia Hills High School principal Mrs. Tanya Roselle, escorted by SGA President Daniel Wu. Assisting them are Director of Homecoming Catherine Largent, Vice President Mamie Livingston, and Director of Community Involvement Mary Alex Maloof. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Vestavia Hills High School Homecoming Queen is Miss Regine Johnson. is set to receive the opening half kickoff, and we'll have to see how they can handle with down 2 starting offensive linemen.
Yeah, we'll have to have some guys step up. You know, most teams, we have that mentality, a next man up. That's why you practice all week long for that opportunity. Hey, halftime score over at the Hoover Met, a huge region game. Thompson leading at the half there, 21-10 over the Bucks, and we crowned a homecoming queen here at Vestavia.
We did. Homecoming queen 2021 is Regine Johnson, the senior. So congratulations to Regine. Well-earned homecoming crown for Regine.
And crowned a king on Wednesday night, is that right?
It was Thursday night last night.
Okay.
It was Sam Snowden, the sophomore.
Okay.
Great job by all homecoming king nominees. They raised over $75,000 for the fall charity this year. Children's Harbor.
That's what
great
it's all
efforts
about.
there. Penalty here.
Yeah,
kickoff.
It's very possible it's because of homecoming. And, you know, there are rules. You got to get off the field within that 20-minute halftime, and I'm going to guess that we were not. They kick it short
kick
anyway.
There, fielded at the 15. He gets forward to the 20, 21-yard line there. So still pin the Rebels deep.
You know what you'll see in high school football, that 15-yard penalty, you're kicking from your opponent's 45. A lot of times you'll see high school coaches, if they get that penalty, they'll try to onside kick it. Because even if they don't get it, you get it on your own 35. I mean, so it's just the reward is worth the risk.
Right, it's kind of like that no man's zone on 4th down.
Yeah.
When you're deciding whether to go for it there, right across the 50. So
a lot of
they
times
kicked it deep
that.
here, though, and Towns will set up in the shotgun at the 22-yard line. 5-man set. 3 trips to the bottom of your screen, doubles to the top. Towns looking right side. He's got Aiden Black forward to the 29-yard line. That'll set up 2nd and 3.
And we come out with a quick pass where we had struggle in the first half was, you know, deep 5-7-step drops, kind of those longer developing plays. Run a, 7-yard hitch right out of the gate. Those are probably what we're going to have success with.
We saw Mitchell Towns get pressured a lot in the first half. Saw it affect his confidence a little bit, maybe not stepping through throws all the way, but seemed to find it going there into the first half, into the second quarter. Was able to throw that touchdown pass to Cole Turner. He's going to throw a short one here. Cooper Mollison, the sophomore, flipped over at the 40-yard line, but that's good enough for a first down. And another young receiver, Cooper Mollison, that's seen significant playing time at the varsity level. Yeah.
And it looks like we got Mitch Taylor, the junior, coming in at center now. He's the one that's playing.
And it's Hudson Hager, the backup left guard, coming in for Glenn Porter. So 2 guys that don't have a lot of experience at the varsity level playing offensive line, having to step up tonight because of injury.
Sometimes you just have to do that.
Towns again going to be in the shotgun. He's going to bring a man in motion.
I thought that defender was offsides.
And it seems the ref agrees with you. He throws the flag there a little late, but it is offsides, and Vestavia getting some free yardage early in this second half.
Yeah, they were on a corner blitz, and he was trying to time it up, and he guessed wrong. So we'll take that free 5 yards. 1st and 5, sometimes coaches see like, hey, let's take a shot here, because even if I miss it, it's like I gained 5 yards on 1st down and I'm 2nd and 5. Some coaches take the more conservative route and go, hey, I can run it 3 times in a row and get 3 yards. So we'll see what happens.
Rob Warnock coming on for Aiden Black. So tied in for a receiver swap there. Towns still going to be in the shotgun. Smith to his right. He's going to hand it off Tucker Smith. They're going to bounce it off to the right side, and he gets forward to the 51. That's good enough for a first down. And Vestavia crossing midfield. Got a drive going here early.
Yeah, Coach Calhoun going with the, hey, let's run it. Let's get that first down. Let's cross the 50 and then see what happens for there. Again, we're in that kind of that 12 or 21 personnel there, trying to see what we can do to get some protection here.
Turner and Stewart at the bottom of your screen. Turner in the slot. Smith are going to take it, though, on the handoff left side. He's going to push forward with the help of his offensive line. He's going to get probably 2 or 3 on the carry. They'll mark him down at the 47. So 2nd and 8 here for Vestavia. See, does Coach Calhoun try to take a shot here, maybe put some trust into his senior quarterback, Mitchell Towns, or does he continue with the strong run game led by Tucker Smitha?
Yeah, we're sticking with that same personnel grouping, and whether it's run blocking or protection, I think we're going to need those extra blockers. Warnock in there, kind of the H-back, and our tight end, Big 88, in there.
Tucker Smitha, again, getting the handoff up the middle. He gets 2 more. So it'll be 3rd and about 6. You mentioned it. We saw, even with this formation, a heavy set formation, still throwing the football out of it, getting Mitchell Towns a little bit extra protection. Max Stewart over here near side on the field, he's getting a lot of space with no safety help. So look for maybe Vestavia to look his direction.
Yeah, we're going to bring in Keon now, so we're going to go 3 wide receivers. So let's see if we can protect here. That was where we struggled in the first half, when we would start going 3 and 4 wide. But we can leave Tucker in, can leave Warnock in, and they both stay in. Tucker's going to go out for the pass now.
Towns stepping up in the pocket and just leads Keon Richards too much. That's going to fall incomplete. He had his pocket collapsed a little bit, but still had enough time to make that throw and just let him just a little too much, just out of reach of Keon there, and it'll bring up 4th and 6, and the punt team trots onto the field for Vestavia.
Yeah, and Mams, it was just some of that was that same pressure. I mean, it's they didn't hit him, but he could feel it, and when you got a quarterback that is feeling that pressure, sometimes that ball releases. He's not throwing it the way he wants to throw it because he's trying to rush it, and that's what a pass rush will do to a passing game.
You got to think the fact that he's down 2 offensive linemen, it's got to be in his head. 2 guys now that he's not comfortable with on the line.
Yeah, he just absolutely booms that punt.
Great punt, soars into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line for Gadsden City to take over.
Yeah, we'd like to get a little bit less on that one. It was 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Just a little too much leg. Gadsden City got things going on the first drive. It was C.J. Miller. He broke free for a 64-yard touchdown. But ever since then was a little bit stagnant. Vestavia obviously been watching their film. They seemed to know what was coming, and they were able to fill the gaps when needed. So we'll see what kind of adjustments were made in the locker room and what Gadsden City can do on the offensive side of the ball. Waldrop's going to be in the shotgun. Miller to his left, and he's going to hand it to Miller left side. He's going to be slung down in the backfield. There's Andrew Sykes, loss of 1.5 yards there, so 2nd and long upcoming.
Yeah, great job, great penetration, great fighting off block. We didn't do what we wanted to do, which was come out and score, so our defense needs to, take the momentum of the game. They're still backed up. They're inside their 20 now after that lost yards. Let's see if we get a 3 and out, get the ball back with good field position.
Tight bunched in formation here. 3 receivers right next to the line of scrimmage. And Waldrop's going to roll out to his right. He's looking to throw. He's got a man across the 20, stumble forward. It's about the 24.
Yeah, John Martin Richter there right on it. He makes the catch, but couldn't go anywhere much after that. So got him in a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 here.
That was the senior tight end, Mason Johnson, on the reception. Just kind of tripped over his own feet there right after he caught it and only able to pick up about 5. 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, see if we dial up a blitz here, or are we going to – right now it looks like our linebackers are going to sit back, cover that middle of the field, try to stop any of those short completions across the middle of the field.
Jackson Ayers over here almost on an island on his man, but they're going to hand it off right side. C.J. Miller, and he gets stood up by a group of Rebel defenders, loss of 3 yards.
Fantastic pursuit to the ball. Great defensive series there. They had probably, negative 3 yards rushing on that series and a completion for about 5 yards. So just fantastic getting Red Hats to the ball there.
This defensive line for Vestavia holding their own. You're talking about a guy in C.J. Miller who weighs 240 pounds. That's right up about as much as our defensive linemen weigh, and they're doing their job taking him down. As this punt gets away, Cole Turner going to call for a fair catch at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad punt.
Not a bad punt at all. Vestavia going to try to do a little bit better than last time on offense. We'll see. Mitchell Towns could get a little bit more comfortable in that pocket and look to find his receivers here.
Yeah, I don't know if we have had a single series where we didn't get at least a first down. I don't know that we've had a single 3 and out. I don't know the stats on that, but it feels like we have moved the ball, but we just stall after about 2 first downs every time.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a 3 and out, like you said. We're moving the ball pretty well. We've been doing it all night, but just not the production of points you want to see.
Yeah.
And the points on the board just don't fully explain the production of offense Vestavia's had so far.
Right.
Towns by himself in the shotgun. He's going to have to take off running. He gets forward to the first down and slides down at the 45-yard line. Great job there. Able to pick up the first down, then slides down, doesn't take a hit.
Yeah. Well, right now we've got about 50 more total yards of offense for them. What's the play? We have no sacks. They have 2 sacks. That's been some of the killer there.
Towns going to hand it off Tucker Smith, the forward. He plows over a man and across the 35. He goes to the 32.
Tucker Smith doing his best Herschel Walker impersonation right there.
I mean, just running right over the Gadsden City defender. It's good enough for a first down.
Absolutely. And, Coach Sean Calhoun might see if he can get these guys on their heels a little bit here with this running game. We're up to the line quick.
A miscommunication there. Ball on the ground. Have to see which direction they point. Gadsden City says they have it. And the ref will agree. It will be Gadsden City's ball. Mitchell Towns, Tucker Smith are there. Miscommunication on who was taking the handoff. And that ball hits the turf, and Gadsden City able to recover it.
Yeah, Mims, I said at the beginning of this game, I said that I thought if we play a clean game that I think we're just a smidge better than them. Well, that's 2 turnovers now, and that's not clean. And here we find ourselves tied up 7-7.
You expected more points in this game. Gadsden City has scored a pretty good amount this season considering their record. And Vestavia really scored a lot considering only the 2 wins.
Yep.
C.J. Miller takes it there for 3 yards.
I think they lost to Hewitt Trustful 35-28 last week, something like that.
It was 35-28. Vestavia, hung with Hewitt Trustful right there until the end, and it was a high score there.
Yeah.
49-35 was the final score to that one.
Yeah. Sometimes you find yourself in these defensive struggles, though. Our defense has been pretty strong all season long, so they might have to win it for us tonight. Let's see if we can get a turnover of our own, or maybe one of those non-offensive touchdowns. We'll take one of those.
Gadsden City going to load the line of scrimmage here. Just 2 wide receivers. Miller to the left of Waldrop. And a flag down. Looks like Vestavia jumped.
Yeah. No, Gadsden flinched a little bit.
Gadsden flinched first, so it's one of those situations you're both pointing at each other, hoping the ref takes your side. And
he did it. No, he did it. No, he did it.
They're going to say Gadsden City did it, so that'll back them up 5 yards.
They have if you're watching this, they have a massive size advantage on their offensive line to our defensive line. So really just a remarkable game so far by our defensive line.
Waldrop going to roll to his left. He's looking for a man. He's got him at the 40. He gets forward to the 42 before stepping out of bounds. They'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
That's a very difficult throw for a right-handed quarterback.
It is. Rolling to your left, having to hit a man, kind of a little hitch route there. But Waldrop, the sophomore quarterback, able to do so.
Big down here, 3rd and 3. Can we hold them here, get this ball back, kind of save ourselves from this turnover, not let it do any damage?
Vestavia showing blitz. Waldrop's going to bring a man in motion, and they jumped before the snap, and that'll back them up 5 yards. Instead of 3rd and short, now you got 3rd and long,
Huge
3rd and 8.
Penalty. Huge penalty.
Yeah, that's again, Vestavia, the defense has been disciplined this game. Not a lot of penalties. I can think of the one John Ross Ashley hit earlier, but other than that, I don't believe they've gotten one.
Right.
So playing a good game this evening.
Yeah.
Empty backfield now, Waldrop by himself. He drops back, steps up now in the pocket looking to throw, and he's going to have to run. He gets chased down. He gets taken down for a loss. It was Lane Wisenhunt.
Really great pursuit by Wisenhunt there because I mean, he had a chance to scramble for that first down, actually ended up gaining a couple of yards. They're going to end up with 4th and 2. I don't think you go for it here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they can get us to jump.
Wouldn't be surprised, too, that we see that quick punt change.
Yeah.
Offense going to stay on the field, though.
That's right. He's got a 240-pound back, too, so he might just say, I'm going to give it to that guy.
He's going to drop back, and timeout taken.
Got a penalty.
A penalty down.
I think we're going to have like a snap infraction. The ref's talking to the center, so
that'll back him up 5 more yards. 3rd penalty for Gadsden City on this drive.
Yeah.
And now the punt team comes on, and Cole Turner is going to go out for Vestavia to return.
Yeah. And I'm just looking here at their average start position has been their own 23. Ours has been our own 41. 18-yard difference. So we've had the field position. We've kept them on their minus 50, but we just can't quite go in. Line drive punt. He's got a shot here.
Takes a bounce. Cole Turner's going to take it at the 25, and he just had no one in front of him blocking. It gets forward to about the 33, and that's all he can get. Cole Turner, always dangerous, always capable of returning one there with that line drive kick. Punt team just couldn't quite get in formation to block for their return guy. He's only able to pick up 2.
Yeah. One thing this game is missing is you just don't hardly see, besides that second play from scrimmage from them, or really first play after they got a penalty, they had that long run. Not many explosive plays in this game, or what coaches call explosive, over 20-yard plays for either team. It feels like if Vestavia could get an explosive play, that it might create some momentum. Like we're just waiting to get going.
Flag down, I believe.
If it's a flag or they're just talking about something.
I think it's an equipment thing, as we see 15 for
Gotcha.
Gadsden City running off. Ref kind of pointed at something. Everybody wants their special equipment until it costs them to play.
Yeah. Who knows? Could have been, who knows what it was.
Towns now going to be in shotgun. He's got Smitha to his right. And Smitha, the ball carrier,
Well, they just
he
ate
gets
it up.
stood up and taken down for a loss of 2. They knew that one was coming, and it was number 91, Samuel Horton, a talented defensive lineman for Gadsden City.
Gets us behind the chains, not where we want to be. Have not had success throwing the football tonight, but you just feel like if Mitchell can connect on one of those passes. He's had a couple guys open. He got the touchdown to Cole, but just feel like if he could get in a rhythm that he would start gaining some confidence here.
Yeah, we really haven't seen a whole lot from Mitchell through the air. I mean, he's 7 of 12, but only 51 yards.
Yeah.
Of course, that touchdown pass to Cole. A little bit trickery there. Handoff to Tucker Smitha.
Very nice play design.
Great run by Tucker Smitha up to the 44 yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah.
Mitchell there faked the forward pitch and handed it to Tucker Smitha. Got the defense to jump on that pitch, and Smitha had a lane where he could take that.
We've run that play so much this season that when you get late in the season, you create tendencies, and then you can run plays off of your tendencies. That's what we did there.
Towns a screen pass to Cole Turner, right side. He gets forward for a gain of about 4 or 5 before being taken down.
Yeah, we missed a block on the perimeter there. He would have had a lot of green grass. He did a great job of getting some yards, and I like that. I like with their defensive line, with the trouble we've had, they're still giving our receivers a lot of cushion. I like those short, quick hitches, quick screens, and get the ball out there to our athletes and see if they can make some positive yardage.
And that, too, also is going to add confidence to Mitchell Towns. Quick, easy completions like that. What's going to help them complete the big ones when they matter. Mitchell Towns now going to run it right side. Quarterback keeper breaks a tackle and gets forward back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 before being taken down. Mitchell Towns, we've seen him run the ball pretty well so far tonight. Not the best run there.
He did a good job not to lose yardage on that play.
He broke a tackle, was able to push and fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We are bringing in a 6th offensive lineman here. So we are going heavy.
Cole Turner and Max Stewart stacked receivers at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a handoff. Tucker Smitha spins out of a tackle, dives forward for yardage. He picks up 2.5 there.
Yeah.
So they're going to be short of the line. Bring up 4th and 2.5. Be interesting what we see from Vestavia here, what Coach Calhoun wants to decide.
I think you punt it. I think you got a chance to pin them back. And you just feel, you get the feeling in this game that the next team that scores a touchdown wins the game. I mean, it just has a feeling of like that. So why give them the ball at the 50 here?
Right. You said it earlier, not a lot of explosive plays other than that first one.
Right.
Not a lot of plays more than like 5 yards in this
right.
game.
Yeah.
We'll take 3 here, 2 there, and get what we can get.
See if Mitchell can hit one of those end over ends that kind of sits down there, gets a bounce.
Mitchell Towns going to get inside the 20. A flag comes in. Looks like Mitchell maybe a little scared after booting that one through the end zone, try to make sure he got plenty of air on it.
Let's check the flag here. If this is on them, oftentimes that ends up being holding on the return team. Blocking the back.
It is.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal, so that's going to knock them back inside their 10. So we didn't quite punt it there, but we got what we wanted. So let's see if the defense, we can say, guys, one more time. Can you do it one more time and get us that ball back in good field position?
That block in the back penalty there makes Mitchell's punt look just that much better, and back they go. So now inside the 10, they're going to mark him at the 9. Be 1st and 10 Gadsden City there.
Yeah. So it's always half the distance, if you can't get the full length of the penalty left from the end zone afterwards, it ends up being half the distance. So if you're on the 18, it ends up being a 9-yard penalty.
Waldrop going to hand it off Miller right side. He gets hit in the backfield, fights his way forward to the line of scrimmage, but nowhere more than that.
Yeah.
2nd and 10.
That's going to do it for the quarter.
We see the clock hit 000, and at the end of 3, we're still tied here on homecoming night, 7-7.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the final quarter of play here in Thompson-Riddle Stadium, Buddy Anderson Field for this year. Final quarter, these seniors are going to play on home turf. Of course, they got one more game next week against Shades Valley, but no playoffs for them, unfortunately, this season. Just couldn't quite get things done to get into the playoffs, but they'll be fighting hard at the end of this one.
Yeah, an opportunity to end the game, end the season on 3 wins in a row. So, hey, update from the Hoover Met, 21-10 still Thompson over Hoover with 7 minutes to go in the ball game.
All right. Look. Gadsden City going to be bunched in tight except for the one receiver at the top of your screen. They're going to play action pass. They're going to go to that receiver. He makes a man miss. He breaks a tackle. He's got to beat Grant down. He's across the 50 to the 45. Finally caught up to at the 35. Ball came loose, but they're going to say he was down first, and a huge play for Gadsden City. Got him just a little slant route there, was able to break a tackle, make a couple guys miss, and show off some speed to get all the way down to the 35. And just like that, Gadsden City has got things going.
Yeah, that was one of those. There's the explosive play. But we stopped it short of a touchdown. Great hustle to get down there and make a tackle. So let's see if we can get a stop right there.
Waldrop going to hand it off Miller right side. He gets stopped in the backfield, loss of about half a yard. Good play there by the Vestavia defensive line. It was Lane Wisenhunt leading the way.
Yeah, and you know, after that very first play, have done a pretty good job containing Miller, not letting him get momentum, not letting him make it to the second level. That first level of guys are making the stop right there. Mims, you know, their coach saw exactly what you saw up there. That wide receiver was all by himself, one-on-one. He had a lot of cushion, and that slant got it open.
Flag comes out there. I believe it'll be false start, and that's what the man in the white hat will say. Gadsden City, another false start penalty. I believe that's 5 or 6 for the evening.
Yeah, really struggling on the offensive line there with that.
Back him up 5 yards, 2nd and 15 upcoming from the 41-yard line.
You know, you begin to ask yourself, your Gadsden City's coach here, is this 4-down territory in a game like this? You know, if you get this into 4th and manageable.
Play action pass. Waldrop there just too high of his receiver, Zamari Smith. So now 3rd and 15 upcoming. You know, you're in that almost no man's land, no man's zone.
That's right.
You know, I don't know anything about their kicker. I don't think he can make one from here. I mean, this is 60 yards.
There's not many guys playing on Saturdays and Sundays that can make them from right there, except Justin Tucker. He can make it from anywhere, right, with the Ravens. But
just about.
Yeah, but so, you know, their coaches, they're probably thinking right now, what's a 7-yard play? Can I get 7, 8 yards and get this to 4th and 7?
Waldrop by himself going to have to roll to the left. Looks over the middle. He's got a man at the 35. Gets forward to the 30. They'll mark him down 29-yard line. So 4th and 4 now, 4th and manageable.
Yeah.
Will they go for it here? Offense still on the field right now.
Thought there might have been a hold there, man. Gosh, on one of our pass rushers there coming in. The referee's got a better look at it than I do, but again, huge play in the ball game right here.
Again, going to leave the sophomore quarterback by himself in the backfield, 5 wide set. Waldrop looks over the middle. He's got his tailback. No, falls incomplete off of his hands. Waldrop, a great thrown ball, but C.J. Miller just not able to come down with it. And turnover on downs. Vestavia will take over at the 29-yard line.
As they like to say, had a lot of mustard on that little short pass there. Had a lot of heat on it. Little bit high, but goes right through his hands. But that's a running back. You got out there playing a receiver position. Sometimes they're not quite as comfortable, you know, catching the ball with their hands in the open space like that. So fortunate, as that's a break. Is that the break we needed? Hey, shout out to Grant Downey, who hustled down and made that tackle, made all the difference, because then we went 4 plays and a stop.
Mitchell Towns play action pass. He's going to get Keon Richards on the screen. He goes forward to the 39-yard lines where they're going to mark him out of bounds. Keon showing off that quick speed there, able to pick up the first.
Yeah, if Vestavia goes on to win this game, I promise you, Coach Calhoun's they're gonna look at that tape, but they're gonna look back at that play when that receiver, Grant Downey, could have given up, could have said, I don't know that I could catch him. He kept hustling, ends up making the tackle. Could be the play of the game if Vestavia can take advantage of it.
Absolutely. All right, looks like we're gonna
John Paul Head in for the football game. He's going to run it left side. The sophomore QB gets across the 50 to the 49 before being knocked out of bounds. And again, John Paul Head showing off the legs.
Yeah, you know, the question is, do you get down there in the red zone and you know you have it in the package? Do you have a pass play there? You know, do you have a play where he fakes that run and then scores?
Player down for Gadsden City on the Vestavia sideline.
John Paul Head, he's seemed to be a very good option for Coach Calhoun as at least a running option all year. And I think next year when Mitchell Towns is gone, we're going to see a lot of the option and with him, and I think even more than we've been seeing this year with Mitchell Towns.
Certainly more of a power running game out of the quarterback position. He can throw the football. You know, if you're out here on Monday nights for JVs, you get to see John Paul throw it a lot more, and so he's fully capable. maybe we see it tonight. Maybe we get in a situation where it's the opportunity. Looks like it's number 33 there.
Yeah, believe so. Number 33,
Malik
Woods, the junior linebacker, being helped off the field.
Yeah.
Obviously, we wish all the best for him and hope he'll be okay and can get back out there with his team.
Definitely. And it's going to be a big loss either way because this whole Gadsden defense has been really good. Once Vestavia got to about the 40-yard, Gadsden's 40, Gadsden's locked up and has played really good defense, and so is Vestavia.
You're right. They have been very much a bend but don't break, and they have done a lot of bending, but only broke once for that touchdown. I said a few minutes ago, it felt like the next team to score a touchdown wins the game, and we got the ball with 9 minutes to go at the 50-yard line in 1st and 10, so we'd rather be in our shoes than their shoes.
See Mitchell Towns back in the game. He's got Smith to his right, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Towns takes the snap. Miscommunication again. Ball comes loose. It's picked up by Gadsden City. Defensive lineman to the 20. Makes a man miss. 15-10. Tackled. Ball came loose again. Was fumbled forward to the Gadsden City defender.
He called him down.
Miscommunication here with the refs. We're getting 2 different signals.
Yeah, the white hat said he was down.
So White Hat says he's down at the 6. You had another official signaling touchdown and one other signaling him down at the 1-yard line. So we'll have to let them get things all sorted out and figure out what we got. Clock's still running too.
That was and this Gadsden defense just showed why they're bend don't break, and they just came up with a humongous stop and turnover. My bad. They came up with a humongous turnover for their team, and I'm getting deja vu of the Homewood game where it was getting down to the wire, and one team just had to do something, and Homewood turned out to be the team to do it.
So they're going to mark him down at the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
Clock right now has 8:07 on it. There was at least 20, 30 seconds that ran off. So we'll have to see what goes back up on the clock. And once again, we see Mitchell Towns, Tucker Smith, a miscommunication on the option play there. Ball hits the turf. Gadsden City able to come up with it.
Yeah, you're just not seeing, like, those are uncharacteristic mistakes we see. We saw those, the first game of the season against Mountain Brook, but we haven't really seen them since then. Those kind of mistakes.
This is an offense we've seen get better each and every week.
Absolutely.
And every week building on top of the next, but almost taking a step back tonight. We've seen some bonehead mistakes, some simple errors that are very costly. Now, officials putting 40 seconds more onto the clock, 8:46 now. Well, they run it at okay, play clock now. We're good to go.
Yeah, should.
Pressure of homecoming might have something to do with it for the seniors at least, because this is their last home game.
Yeah. There might – I don't know if he was down or if there are some rules about defensive fumbles forward for touchdowns. A long time ago, there was what was called the Heidi game, which was a game by the Oakland Raiders, and they fumbled the ball on purpose forward to score on the last play of the game on a recovery. And I don't know if high school has that rule. They never really said if he was down or if it's, hey, you can't fumble it forward.
So here we go now. Things seem to be all sorted out. It's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, 8 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Gadsden City, everybody's up on the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a handoff. C.J. Miller right side. He gets forward for maybe a yard to the 5.
Yeah. I mean, they were in 31 personnel there, 3 backs and a tight end, almost everybody playing football in a phone booth there. But they're trying to be heavy. They got a substantial size advantage against us, but the Rebels are bowing their necks.
Not to mention, Gadsden City has a 4-star, I'm pretty sure he's a 4-star recruit on their team at offensive tackle.
Waldrom now going to roll out to the right. He looks to the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown, Gadsden City. Got him. Receiver was on the ground. Waldrop able to roll out to the right and find him with 8 minutes and 7 seconds now. They lead 13-7. Extra point pending.
Big extra point here. Big extra point. opportunity for our guys to find a crack that we can slip through and try to win this football game.
Let's see what the special teams can do.
Snap, hold, kick is up. It's a low kick, but the kick is good.
It was not pretty, but it counts all the same.
It was not pretty, but you ain't got to – it's almost like golf. You ain't got to say how you got it. You just got to say that you got it.
Just got to get it.
And so with 8 minutes and 7 seconds left, Gadsden City leads at 14-7.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to kick the ball off here. Just joining us, Gadsden City able to take advantage of a miscommunication handoff fumble picked up by the defensive line, taken down to the 6. They're able to finally throw it into the end zone. They're leading 14-7 now, 8 minutes and 7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, well, I hope I was wrong. I said I felt like the next team that scored wins the game. So we've got a lot of football left to play. So let's see if we can put one on the board and then pressurize this game a little bit.
Short kick there. Keon's going to field it at the 15. He gets across the 20 to the 25, taken down at the 26.
Good run by Keon, and let's see if the Rebels can do anything with this.
Yeah, the story of the game right now is mistakes by the Rebels. Interceptions in the red zone. We throw an interception inside the 10-yard line. We fumble a ball. They return it down to the 6. Defense can't quite hold. We've been asking them to hold all night long. So with the clock just under 8 minutes, you figure 2 possessions probably are you going to get. So it's now or maybe you get one more possession. So the clock is ticking for the Rebels.
See what Mitchell Towns, the senior quarterback, can do. He's going to hand it off Tucker Smith up the middle. Tucker going to get across the 30 to the 31.
And I like that. You know, sometimes coaches, you can start panicking. There's no need to panic. We can still run the football. We don't have to score in 30 seconds. We've got plenty of time.
Got a Gadsden City defensive lineman down. Grabbing his calf. Hopefully just a cramp down there on the sideline. Vestavia getting a free timeout here to get things planned out on offense. Are you talking about senior quarterback Mitchell Towns? This would be a chance for him to write his history, write his legacy here at Vestavia, lead a drive down to win the game, lead a comeback on his final game here at Buddy Anderson Field.
And I totally believe he can do it. With the wide receivers, Cole Turner and Blake Smith, I think anything's possible, and we should believe in this Vestavia team. Like y'all said, like we said all game, Vestavia has gotten better every game of the season, and I think this might just be their high point, the highest point they're going to get to this season, and let's see.
See him get off the field for Gadsden City. Obviously, we hope he's okay and wish him all the best. Vestavia now second and about 6 from the 31.
Like I said, there's no need to panic here. You can run the football. We'd take a 7-minute drive.
Towns going to send Smith in motion, and Towns going to take it himself up the middle. He fights forward across the 40 to the 41. That's good enough for a first down, and Mitchell Towns once again showing off that quarterbacks can run too.
Yeah, and the second time we've done that, where we've run Tucker Smith out of the backfield. He takes a linebacker with him, opens up to some room for Mitchell to run.
Let's see what he can do here.
4 wide receiver set. Towns going to roll to his left, looking to throw, and he's just going to have to throw that one away. Cole Turner The receiver to the left was covered up, but flag on the play.
All right.
There's a. It's
Go ahead.
ineligible downfield.
Against Vestavia. So that'll back him up 5 yards. We'll replay first down, first and 15 now.
I wonder if
the 36.
the beginning of that play, Mitchell had that ball tucked like it was a running play all the way. I wonder if he got out there and thought, hey, I don't have anything. I'm going to throw it away. But you can't do that if the linemen think it's a running play. Or it could have just been a pass play and a lineman just kind of got out of sorts and got downfield. Who knows?
I wonder if it's one of them RPOs that Coach Calhoun has implemented. Towns going to fake it to Cole Turner. He's going to run forward. Towns is to the 45.
I'll tell you what. I mean, that's been our most consistent play right there. I mean, that's another 9 yards
for the Vestavia Rebels. All right, let's see what Mitchell Towns, and it looks like they're bringing back Cole Turner for the play, and they might try. They're going to try a long pass.
Well, we're too tight formation here.
Towns looking right side, and that pass is deflected, incomplete. Gadsden City's defensive lineman there able to get up and get it. It was number 23, Isaiah Taylor.
Yeah, and I mean that is the narrative of this game so far is the Gadsden City defensive line has just wreaked havoc on the Vestavia passing game tonight, whether it's batted balls, sacks, quarterback pressures.
And got to be a confidence killer for Mitchell Towns there. Get that ball batted down. He's dropping back to throw again. Steps up, throws. He's got Max Stewart at the 45. There's a flag down. It was near the offensive line of scrimmage.
Chances are that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, the whole. I think another reason why this offensive line has struggled is because they've had to bring in, I think, 2 or 3 backups because of injuries.
Absolutely. You got some guys that haven't played quite as many snaps on Friday nights, and, a holding penalty is just as good as a sack. So, you got to – it's the same story, that defensive line. So 3rd and 20 here. You could say, well, what do we do? Hey, I think you just go up top to 22, don't you?
I think you have to. If not 22 across the field, 82, Max Stewart.
Yeah.
He's got a big cushion right now.
He's got a big cushion. They're going to let him catch it for 10 yards and tackle him. That's it. Nobody is covering Cole right now. They sneak a corner over there.
Tucker Smith are going to take it up the middle for 5 yards, and 4th and very long, an obvious punting situation for Vestavia. So Towns, he'll drop a couple steps deeper than he normally does in that shotgun, and he'll look to punt this ball away.
Yeah, like I said there, listen, looks like we probably got about 2 more possessions left at the beginning of that. Couldn't do it on that one. A little over 5 minutes. Got all our timeouts. There's plenty of time in this game, but this is going to be a huge defensive possession here.
Towns, a booming punt. Fair catch is called, and he will catch it at the 20. Kamari Smith, that is the returner for Gadsden City. So have it set up at the 20. Great punt there by Mitchell Towns. 4:55 left in the game. They lead 14-7. Vestavia begging their defense right now for a quick stop. They've been asking for it all game. This has been a defensive battle all night, and you're just hoping Vestavia's defense can come up with one more stop.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do.
Waldrop's in the shotgun, trips to the top of your screen. He's got Miller to his left. Play action pass, it's a screen pass, and he gets hit in the backfield. Ball going to fall incomplete. Great play there by Jackson Ayers, the corner for Vestavia. Read it like a book and hit the man right when he caught it.
Yeah, read it the whole way.
I was worried that he might have had the same thing that he was going to have the same thing happen to him as John Ross Ashley, but he hit him earlier, so that helped.
Yeah, and the difference is, you're making a break on a ball that's coming out there.
Yeah.
So gets those guys across the middle, stretching up high that they're trying to protect right there. Really better for Gadsden. They dropped that. It's probably a loss of 1 or 2 if he catches it.
Exactly.
Play action pass here across the middle. Waldrop's got a man at the 35. That's good enough for a first down, moving the chains forward. He gets tackled inbounds. The clock's going to continue to tick.
This Gadsden passing game has looked different in the fourth quarter. The first 3 quarters, the quarterback looked like he couldn't get much going.
Yeah.
And it's probably because this defense, who's actually been very good, in a lot of games this year, but I don't know what's going on now. It's just there's wide open space right in the middle for that wide receiver that he keeps hitting, and it's just killing us.
Coach Queen and Coach Calhoun having a long conversation with the referee on the sideline. They obviously saw something they did not like.
Yeah, I don't know.
C.J. Miller going to take it right side, picks up about 1 before being shoved out.
It could have been they were looking at a hold. I mean, the problem is we're just getting no pressure on him. So he's buying time, and secondary guys can only cover so long, and they can't cover for 6 or 7 seconds. And so you're seeing those guys break open late across the middle. So
interesting to see Coach Queen. He's known for giving the refs a hard time, giving them an earful. Last night for Powder Puff, we actually had him as one of the officials, so interesting to see him
he got to be on the
flip
other side
rolls
of it.
on that one. We made sure to let him have it. Play action pass here over the middle, incomplete.
Great defense.
Yeah,
Great defense there by Jackson Ayers.
And like we've said all game, this Rebel defense, and especially until now, I guess, this Rebel pass defense has been playing great, and they've really shut down Gadsden, and it's really saved them.
Vestavia sideline trying to get the crowd involved. 3rd and long here. You know, it's a large crowd for this year. Homecoming game, last home game of the season.
And they've stuck with them.
They have, and this student section is bumping right now, trying to be as loud as possible, make it difficult for Gadsden City to get the play call in.
Yeah, they look a little discombobulated. They're under 5 on the play clock. They're going to end up calling a timeout. This whole thing just already looked like disaster for them.
The student section doing their part, making Gadsden City call a timeout. Love to see them get involved in the game.
We've seen a few false starts, actually quite a few false starts on Gadsden, and I'd like to say this homecoming crowd has had something to do with it.
Maybe so.
This homecoming crowd for Vestavia, very large. Gadsden City not traveling nearly as well. You know, a bit of a drive for Gadsden City, so
definitely,
understandably so. But Vestavia's side of the field packed, not quite to the brim as it was earlier, but packed full nonetheless.
And we got let's see, we got 3:53 left. So if the Rebels can just get a stop here, and even if they don't convert and they play their cards right with their timeouts. How many timeouts do they have?
They have 2 timeouts. Gadsden City does.
So if they play their cards right and they can make sure they don't waste their timeouts, they could even maybe slip in a 3rd drive if they're really smart. I mean, a 2nd drive if they're really smart.
We've seen both teams heading out of the huddle here. 3rd and 8 from the 36-yard line. Big play here.
Everybody
Student
on their
section
feet.
again, getting into it. The sideline is jumping up and down. They're waving towels, trying to get every fan on their feet. Quarterback Waldrop looks a bit confused in the backfield. He's by himself, 5 wide receivers set. Gets everyone in place now. Starts barking out the cadence. He brings Miller in motion, drops back to pass. He's pressured. He's got pressure. He got Miller. No, incomplete.
Yeah, I like the call defensively. We've had a hard time getting pressure. We've let him sit back there and find guys. We brought the house. We sent the kitchen sink after him, made him throw it quick, made him throw it away. We get the ball back. It's time for Rebels to do their thing.
We indeed did bring the house there. Vestavia blitzing like 5, 6, 7 guys on that play, and Waldrop never had time.
I think we even sent John Ross Ashley, so we were sending more guys than we were sitting back in coverage. End up paying off. You know, you can get burned when you do that, but we needed some momentum.
It's a block! It's a block! He's going! Picked up by Jake Faulkner. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vestavia! 14-13 with 3:42 remaining. Extra point pending. Flag down on the play.
Down.
Hold your horses, everyone.
Could be it's in a spot where it's a legal formation or holding on offense. Illegal formation.
Illegal formation, decline, and the result of the play, touchdown. Jay Faulkner, huge special teams play. He was able to get in the backfield, get a hand on it, pick it up, and run it into the end zone for the touchdown. Big extra point here. Vestavia struggled in the kicking game. They've missed a couple extra points this season. They need this one to tie it with 3:41 remaining. Charlie Ingram's going to snap it. Mitchell Towns to hold. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights.
That's good.
We got a tie ball game here. It's 14-all. It's homecoming night. The crowd's rocking here in Thompson-Riddle Stadium. We got 3:41 remaining.
And out of all the parts of the team, who would have expected it would have been the special teams to come up and make the play and get Vestavia back in this game?
Well, you got to give a shout out, Coach Brent Welburn. He's in charge of the special teams for Vestavia, and the special teams have played well all season, mainly in large part due to Cole Turner returning the football. But we've seen the punt coverage do well also, and coming up big time when needed.
Well, special teams is kind of that third part of the game, and most coaches will tell you, listen, if we win 2 out of 3, we feel like we'll win the game. Sometimes special teams can be the only one you win. Tonight, we're winning special teams, not just the block punt. Mitchell's punting tonight has been phenomenal. He's kept them deep in their own territory and put them back inside their 20, inside their 10-yard line. We're winning special teams. We got 3 timeouts to go and 3:41, so we got every opportunity to get the ball back here.
A big kickoff here. Got to focus your guys after an emotional play like that. Big kickoff, a little bit of a squib line drive kick, hits the 10, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback.
I thought he was going to let it just go, and it wasn't going to go in the end zone, which would have been good for the guys in blue.
That ball was cutting like a golf shot and almost stayed out, but just barely rolls across the goal line. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20. And, I'm sure Coach Calhoun or Coach Newton, the defense coordinator, somebody got his defense there, got in their faces and said, hey, we're tied ball game here, but we got to focus in. They still got 3 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah.
They still got 2 timeouts. They can still do something here. We got to focus in, do our job, do what we've been doing all night.
But unbelievable how that changed the mood and the sideline and in the stadium.
Pass there by Newton, going to fall incomplete, underthrew his receiver on the curl there. And, we just see Principal Mrs. Roselle get on the mic and the student section get the I Believe We Will Win chant going. And I got to be honest, I don't think I've seen the crowd of Vestavia this excited, this into a ball game in a while.
Yeah, it's been, we got everybody stayed to the end. Obviously, it's been tight. You feel the body language on the Vestavia sideline changes, the body language at Gadsden. Everybody very still, very quiet. Momentum's on our side right now.
2nd and 10. Walton's going to roll to his right. He's got a man.
What a catch.
Did he catch it? Yes, he did. He's right at the number to gain, and they're going to mark him forward. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's been the play for them. Let the quarterback kind of buy some time, drag a guy on late, and he finds him late. That's been the play.
And we also got to give props to this Gadsden City offensive line. In this, past few drives, they've been playing pretty well for themselves.
Well, this kid's a sophomore. He's going to be trouble for the next couple of years.
He's rolling to his left, looking downfield. He's got a man. He got it at the 35. Tackled immediately by John Ross Ashley, but able to get a huge game. Another explosive play for Gadsden City. And all of a sudden, they got a drive going with 3 minutes left at the 35-yard line. They got a chance here.
Yeah, just too much time. We're rushing 3. We're not getting any pressure at all. He's got all day to throw, and he just, all day to find a guy open. You 5, 6, 7 seconds, somebody's going to finally break open.
We're seeing him roll Waldrop out a good amount.
Right.
Get him that extra time. Needed to, look downfield, find his guy. He was able to do so there. Huge gain for Gadsden City. 1st and 10 now from the 35. 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Vestavia shows pressure. It's a screen pass here, right side. He's going to get forward to the 30 before being taken down there by number 18, Houston Owen.
Vestavia's been doing really well in these screen passes all night by Gadsden, and it's really and like we saw earlier with Jackson Ayers, I'm pretty sure he made a really good. He had really good read and would have on the Gadsden City, and it was a big play for us.
Remember, their kicker just barely made that extra point. I don't think their field goal is what they want to do.
Handoff here to Miller. He gets close to the line to gain.
He got a generous spot. I think we're moving that back. Thank you.
And I think it's going to be just short. It was a generous spot at first, but other official comes in and goes, hey, whoa now.
Yeah, his knee
Not
was
quite.
back. Yeah, his knee was down.
So 3rd and 1, it'll be 1:44 seconds.
Yeah.
Huge play here.
We
Vestavia.
really need a TFL. We've tackled him, Miller, a couple of times in the backfield. We need to get penetration here to get a tackle for loss.
Vestavia shows pressure. It's forward to Miller.
Absolutely
Did he get it? I don't know. It's going to be close. The official's running in to spot it.
He got a generous spot.
It's going to be right there if it is, and the ref's going to signal first down.
Oh, that's going to
So
hurt.
just barely able to get the end of the football across the line. He needed to get the first down. Now inside 1:20, and it's 1st and 10 Gadsden from the 24.
So we've got 3 timeouts, but Sean Calhoun being smart here. I mean, you don't want to give them more time to score. They're not calling timeouts. It's under 1 minute.
Play action pass here, tipped up. Is it intercepted? No, they're going to call it incomplete. It was tipped at the line. Jamar dove to try to intercept it, not able to come down with it. That stops the clock with 1 minute. So it's 2nd and 10 upcoming. And like you said earlier, Coach Calhoun putting his trust in his defense, not calling a timeout, letting them do their thing, saying, hey, I trust you guys to make the stop when it matters the most.
Yeah, well, you don't want to call timeouts and give them more time because, like I said, with their field goal kicker, I don't think they can kick a field goal outside the 10-yard line.
Definitely not.
Waldrop in shotgun. He's going to look left. Play action pass. Deep ball to the end zone. There's a flag down. It's
touchdown.
Caught in the end zone for a touchdown right now. There is a flag down. We'll have to see what that is.
I think it was holding.
Yeah, the kid is trying. He is trying to.
The quarterback for Gadsden City's got his hands on his head like it's going to be against them.
Shot block.
Shot block on the offense. That'll back
penalty.
them up. That touchdown will not stand. The game will still be tied at 14, 50 seconds remaining.
As long as Vestavia can keep them out of the end zone for this last 50 seconds, I really believe in this team to win in overtime.
Student section erupting in a "you can't do that" chant. They're very much into this football game, and they would love to see this football team win their last home game.
Yeah. Now, listen, they get a short completion here. You might see Sean Calhoun call a timeout.
So 2nd and 25 now. 2nd and very long. They're backed up all the way to the 39-yard line. And timeout taken, I believe.
I think
Something's
he's
going
asking.
on.
He's asking everybody to come on.
Both teams go to the sideline like it's going to be a timeout, but referee says, hey, now, no one called for it, so we're going to play some football.
Let's this Rebel defense, we've seen. I think they're tired, but I think they can push through on this last drive and get their team to overtime and let the magic happen for the Rebels offense.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what we do on defense here. We have not gotten pressure with 3 and sometimes even 4 right now. Just rushing 3. We're
5 wide receivers set here. They got pressure, but it's a screen pass to Miller. Miller up across the 35, loses his footing and slips and falls at the 33-yard line. That's inbounds. The clock is still running now inside of 40 seconds. 3rd and about 18 now.
We don't call a timeout. I think we're just thinking, hey,
overtime.
Let's don't give them more time if they do get a first down.
Waldrop again going to be by himself in the backfield. 5 wide receivers set. 20 seconds now. Vestavia is showing pressure, and they bring pressure. It's a deep ball to the end zone. He's got him beat, but the pass is too long. Incomplete. It falls.
Amazing coverage.
The receiver had him beat. It was Will Cox in coverage. He got beat. He got burned, but the throw was too much. It falls incomplete. 14 seconds now, and it's 4th down.
I think they're going to go for it. I mean, I think they're thinking if we don't get it, we're going to give the ball back to Vestavia at their own. If we throw it in completion, we're going to give the ball to Vestavia their own 33 with 7 seconds left, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're just going to go for it because if they complete a pass for a first down inside the 15, then they can kick a field goal. So now for us, all we want to do is just say, hey, we'll let you get 15 yards. We just need to make a tackle.
Quite possibly could be the biggest play of this ball game. 5-wide set, but Gadsden City wants to talk about it first. They take a timeout. 14 seconds remaining. Game tied at 14 apiece.
I actually think we might have called a timeout. Did we call it or they called it?
They called it. They signaled Gadsden City.
If we get a stop here, get the ball back, and there's still time left, we have timeouts, so we could very possibly get the ball to Cole Turner or one of our other wide receivers and maybe set up a field goal for Jack Brewer if it's far enough, because he's pretty good when it comes to normal field goals and not extra points, from what from what I've noticed.
Well, we're probably just going to run out of time there. We got probably, if we get the ball back, we might have time for one, maybe two plays.
Coach Calhoun now jumping up and down, waving his hands. He wants this crowd on their feet. It's 4th down, 4th and 18, 14 seconds remaining.
If you're the defensive backs, you're just saying, hey, keep it in front of you. Keep it in front of you.
Just got to stay in front. Waldrop going to be by himself in the backfield, the sophomore QB that is. He's got a 5-wide receiver set. He takes the snap, drops back. He's going to have to roll to his left. He's pressured. He looks to the end zone. He throws. It's up. It's intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted by Vestavia. A touchback. It'll be 6 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Vestavia will have time for one last heave if they want it. They can run the clock out and take it to overtime if they'd rather. Yeah. Huge play by Vestavia's defense and what could be the biggest play of this game.
I imagine you're going to see us take a knee and say, hey, we're at home. Let's go try to win this in overtime. For those of you unfamiliar with overtime rules, you get the ball at the 10-yard line, similar to college, but you just have there's no first downs. You got 4 plays from the 10-yard line. So,
who was that made the interception? It looked like Will Cox, but I might be wrong.
I believe it was Will Cox in the end zone on that interception.
It's huge play, because it looked like the wide receiver in front of him was going to get that, but then he just jumped up, climbed the ladder and picked it off. That was amazing by him.
Yeah, doing a great job of finding that ball in the air, finding where it's going to go, and finding where he needs to be in place to make that play.
A lot of times coaches will tell you, hey, knock it down. Don't try to catch it. But, hey, listen, if you got it, you stop the play. If you knock it down there, we get it on the 33 instead of the 20. I don't think it matters. I think Sean Calhoun's going to kneel on the ball, and you see we're in what we would call victory formation, which is our kneeling formation. We're going to take it to the house here.
Interesting, though, victory formation, but Town's still in shotgun.
Shotgun. That's
we
what we
run
do.
Shotgun every play. Don't want to put him in something he's uncomfortable with.
That's right.
Clock hits 000, I should say, and you're getting free football now. We're getting free football because it's price of admission only covers the 4 quarters, and we're going to get some more after this. Overtime upcoming. And it's been a while since I've seen an overtime game in high school football. It's still a coin toss, correct?
Still going to coin toss, and then then you get to decide, hey, do I want to go on offense or defense first? If you win the toss, you always want to go on defense. Very similar to college, because I want to know what I got to do when I get the ball. So if you don't score at all, then all we got to do is kick a field goal. So we might run it 3 times and kick it from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I will say I think the only time I've seen a high school game going to overtime would be about 5 years ago right here, Vestavia playing Mountain Brook. Vestavia able to get the better of Mountain Brook in double overtime that time.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get the same outcome tonight.
Well, I'll tell you another big idea is is depending on who wins the toss, they get to pick on what end of the field we do this on. We want to do it by our student section. So let's see how that plays out to figure out which part of the field we're on.
Well, the Rebels probably the thing I'm kind of wondering is both of the defenses have been really good in the red zone so far. And
absolutely.
I'm wondering if that will have if that might prolong the this thing until maybe they just get real tired.
I don't have many plans tomorrow morning, Michael. You're okay? You and Mims, y'all want to just hang out and we'll just play this thing to midnight?
I'm here until the fat lady sings and this thing's over. So we'll see. Hoke Smith is going to be the captain for Vestavia. He's going to go out there and make the decisions. Hoke, a very much a vocal leader on this team. Hoke also probably the most talented player on this team. He's He's got the FIU offer, and many more are expected to come. Hoke, very talented player.
Several looking at several of the service academies.
They'd all be lucky to have him.
Yeah, fine young man, great player.
So
Coach Calhoun was having a very spirited conversation with the official right before walking out there. I think letting him know about some things he saw maybe on that last drive.
Yeah, interesting. 2 officials having a conversation with 3 Vestavia players. Don't know what that's about. If that's just some small talker. They're saying something they saw, and so it looks like Vestavia's going to have the football first. They are going to be going in the direction of the student section.
That's going to be.
So they won the toss. They picked defense, but that means we got to pick the end of the field. So we're going to get to be on our field. You like to have the ball second, but if you get the ball first, get a touchdown, put the pressure on them, forces them to have to make a play then.
Definitely.
We'll see what Mitchell Towns and the Rebel offense can do. I said it earlier, this would be a great opportunity. Mitchell Towns, write a bit of his own legacy here. Only a one-year starter here at Vestavia, but it's his senior year. It's his last game here at Buddy Anderson Field, Thompson-Reynolds Stadium. He's looking to lead a comeback, lead an overtime victory here, and we'll see what he can do. Ball's placed at the 10, like you mentioned earlier. It's going to be 1st and 10, 1st and goal. They're going to have 4 tries to get it across the goal line into the end zone or kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Whatever they can do.
I feel like we got the advantage in field goal kicking right here. I don't have a lot of confidence in the Gadsden kicker. From what I saw, maybe he just got a bad kick on it.
We'll see, and looks like Vestavia is probably looks like they're going to pass.
So, Towns is going to be in the shotgun. He's going to have Smitha to his left. Warnock's going to be in front of Smitha, a tight end on the line.
We're in that 12 personnel again.
Cole Turner, stacked formation to the bottom of your screen. And he looks to Cole. It's a double pass. He's wide open. Warnock in the end zone. Touchdown, Vestavia. They score on the first play of overtime. It was a trick double pass play, and Cole Turner showing he can do more than just throw. He can throw two flags down. They're late. They're after the penalty, or they're after the play penalties. They will not affect the result of the touchdown. It's going to be on the celebration.
Oh my gosh, that was heart racing. What a play.
But they can, if this is a 15-yard penalty, they can take this right now, make us kick this. It's going to be
it makes the extra point much longer and makes your kicker think about it that much more.
We'll see. We'll see. But that was amazing.
They're going to take it on the possession, which is going to be half the distance. So they're going to get it on the 5-yard line. So our defense is going to have to step up.
Huge extra point here. It's Jack Brewer to kick, Mitchell Towns to hold, Charlie Ingram, the snapper. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good.
It's good.
Vestavia leads at 21-14. Gadsden City's going to have their try. They're going to get it half the distance to the goal from the 5 this time. That penalty after the play, celebration penalty. Obviously, you hope it doesn't come back to bite you here.
Yeah, you like to keep your composure there. I mean, if you're calling that play, you got to tell your whole team, hey, we're going to score. Expect to score. Act like you've been there before, but we're going to have to ask our defense. Oh, no, he's saying that this is a penalty. Was it on them?
It was on Gadsden City is what we're saying now. They're backed up 15 yards to the 25. If so, that's huge advantage for Vestavia. This defense now has so much more room in front of them. They can keep receivers in front of them, tackle in front, not have to worry as much about the goal line.
And we're in that bend, not break zone where teams.
So the unsportsmanlike conduct. So that is a huge penalty. Couple things to keep in mind. Now, it is not 1st and 25. It is 1st and 10. So they can get a first down. So they're playing more like college overtime, if you're familiar with that. Turnover ends the game. If you intercept it, fall down, because if you get tackled and fumble, they get the ball.
Luke Waldrop by himself. He's pressured. He steps up. He's running the football. He slides forward at the 14-yard line.
And he just made up.
They don't have a first down marker out. So it's second and goal. It was first and goal from the 25.
They had the chains out at first, but now they've taken them up. So now it is second and goal.
Luke Waldrop showing composure out of the sophomore QB, able to step up and run the football forward.
I think the official is a little bit confused.
This officiating crew going to have a conversation there. Not quite on the same page. Not what you want to see in an overtime game, a game that matters this much.
Yeah. And frankly, I'm not sure of the high school rules. I need to
I'm not familiar with them either.
Neither am I.
Yeah, if that is
the officials, it's feeling like that Penn State-Auburn game earlier this year where they couldn't figure out the first down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they are now bringing the chains out. So
it's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 14.
1st and 10, okay.
Okay, so now we're all on the same page here. Waldrop's going to be in the backfield. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 on either side. Miller going to be the tailback to his right.
They're right in front of our student section. They're all on their feet, making a lot of noise.
This student section is rocking. Miller, handoff right side. He gets forward for about 3 and then gets stood up at the 12.
Great stop by the Rebels. Let's see if they can do it again.
Going to be about 2nd and 8 here, and we've seen this defense step up all night long. Special teams has scored. It hadn't been the prettiest game, but we got 3 downs and 8 yards to hold them.
So 2nd and 8 here. They're going to bunch in the formation. They got 1 receiver.
Yeah.
It's C.J. Miller out way
big
right, the big running back. Waldrop's by himself in the backfield.
They're going to just step up and throw it to him. See if he can.
Waldrop steps to the line, looking like he's going to change the play. Takes the snap. He drops back, looking to throw. He gets pressured. He's rolling to his right. He's going to have to take off running. He gets forward to the 5. Is it enough for a first down? I think so.
Yeah.
It's
like
right there on the number.
I think they're going to give it to him.
And they will give him the first down. 1st and goal now from the 4.
Waldrop's come up clutch on 2 plays for Gadsden City in this overtime.
Luke Waldrop showing great composure for being just a sophomore quarterback. That's the 2nd straight play there. He steps up, he runs the football himself and picks up the yardage needed. So we'll see. He's going to be in the backfield. He's got Miller to his right, 2 receivers to the right of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a handoff. Miller up the middle. Miller gets a yard maybe, and then it's just a stalemate, and he gets taken down finally. Pick up a yard, maybe not even.
Yeah.
So 2nd and goal.
I think if I'm them, he's got 200 yards passing. He's 16 of 28, but he's also been their best runner, their quarterback. I mean, you almost feel like you got to put the ball in his hands.
Waldrop got Miller to his right. They moved early. False start. The flag comes out. That's an easy penalty to call.
5 yards.
And that is a big 5 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and goal now from the 8.
I think the pressure in the student section and just this whole atmosphere got to them.
I think it's the student section from every school in Vestavia. You got middle schoolers up there. The middle schoolers kind of keep back, but everybody has crowded in as close as they can get to the field now, making as much noise as they can possibly make.
I'm even seeing some 5th graders and 5th graders down there. I mean, everybody from the Vestavia school system is here, and the kids are ready and to make Gadsden.
Waldrop drops back to pass. He rolls to his right. He's feeling pressure. Looks to the end zone. It's batted away. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by Vestavia. They bat it out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. 3rd and goal now from the 8. And there is not a seat in this stadium. They're all on their feet. All the seats are empty. Everybody in this game, everybody on their feet cheering their team on.
You remember early in that in that 4th quarter when we had to have a stop on 3rd down and we brought the house. I'm interested on this 3rd and 4th down. We've been playing lately. Rush 3. Maybe one of them gets through, but he's had a lot of time. At some point do we say, hey, we're going to bring pressure, make him get rid of it quick?
The Vestavia sideline jumping up and down. The student section's going crazy. Waldrop, he's rolling to his left, looking to the end zone, trying to direct traffic. He's brought down. It's fumbled. It's picked up by Miller. Miller's running right side. Miller to the 5. Miller's got one man to beat. He's brought down at the 3. There's flags down.
And we got a hold or we got something else going on.
It's holding on the offense is
Yeah.
what he's signaling.
Yeah, look right in the middle of the field.
Oh, this is going to be a fascinating call. If you are Coach Calhoun, do you take the penalty and make it 3rd and 13, goal to go, or do you make it 4th and 3?
That was
we got 2 Gadsden players hurt. One is on his feet, being tended to by a coach. One on the ground.
Waltrip looked like
So
he just
we'll have
reached
to
for
see.
his leg, and I don't know. Waltrip just looked like he's probably okay now, but looked like he was reaching, stretching his leg out. I don't know.
So they're gonna back him up to the 16-yard line.
16. So
3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 16. The Gadsden City player up on his feet now.
looks like he's all right. He's just a little
walking
ginger.
off with a little help. So obviously we hope he's okay. We wish him all the best.
That ball bounced to the one player you did not want it to bounce to, the 240-pound running back.
Exactly, and you know
Unbelievable.
he got right side, and it looked like there was no one in front of him. Finally, Vestavia able to just bring him down barely.
Who was that?
By
was
his
it third,
shoestrings.
was it Grant Downey?
I
again that
believe
made
it
that
was Grant
tackle?
Downey. I believe it was Grant
That's
Downey.
the 2 tackles of the game.
He's
Obviously
having
the holding.
himself a game tonight.
Yeah.
If there was an MVP award, it'd go to him.
Waldrop in the backfield. He's got a tailback to his right. 4
We're
receivers.
showing pressure.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. 1 receiver to the top. Pressure
showing
being shown by
pressure.
Vestavia.
We're coming.
They're bringing pressure.
We're coming.
He's pressured. He breaks away from a
gotta
tackle.
get him.
But he gets hit at the line. Gets hit. He maybe picks up 1 yard. 4th down upcoming. He's at the 15-yard line. This will be the final play of the game. Timeout taken by Gadsden City. They want to talk about it. They want to draw something up. You got 15 yards in front of you. 15 yards to get to the goal line. 15 yards to extend this into another overtime.
Yeah.
If not, Vestavia gets the last home game. They get the victory out of it.
Yes.
This Vestavia sideline, they're jumping up and down. They're getting the student section into it.
So what I always say on these plays is like, hey, listen, if I complete the pass, I want it to be a touchdown. Meaning, I don't want to complete a pass on the 3-yard line and he gets tackled at the 1. Right? If let's run the play. So if I complete the pass, it's in the end zone. So
Titans may no. And another thing we need to factor in, another thing to know is that this defense, this pass rush, every time they need to make a big play, they have.
Yeah.
And I think, and
let's see if this defense can hunker down one more time. They have risen to the occasion all night long. They played a tremendous game, giving up 14 points. One of those was a ball that took over at the 6-yard line. So just tremendous game.
Waldrop leading his troops back out there. Everyone on Vestavia's sideline is jumping up and down. They're all waving towels. Waldrop's going to be by himself in the shotgun.
It looks like
5 wide receivers set. Only bringing 3 Vestavia is. Waldrop looks to the end zone. He's got a man. It's incomplete. Vestavia wins. Vestavia wins in overtime. They win it 21-14. It was Jay Faulkner who blocked the punt. That led to overtime. Rob Warnock caught the double pass that led to the touchdown. And Vestavia's defense comes up big when it matters most. They blank them. It's 21-14. Vestavia is on top.
I'll tell you something. I prefer this game over the Thompson Hoover game any day. This game has been absolutely insane, and Vestavia and Mitchell Towns have really given us a homecoming to remember.
The students are storming the field, and a huge moment in the Sean Calhoun era that sometimes when you are building your own program and starting from where he's starting from and taking over from a legend, sometimes you have to win a game like that for the players to start believing.
Just an absolute thriller of a game here. The last one, my last game here at Buddy Anderson Field, and I couldn't have asked for a better game to call. And
we're going to really, really, really miss you. You've been amazing these past few years, and it
just at a loss of words. I am 21-14. The final score for all of us here, for Carter McGinnis, Michael Harris, and all of us here at Rebel Nation. I'm Mims Jones signing off for the final time here. Buddy Anderson Field, Thompson Reynolds Stadium, saying thank you. Good night.